Sometimes I'm loud as hell. Sometimes I'm quiet as hell. Sometimes you're like, bro, you sound like Darth Vader. What is good with you? I'm like, I don't, I don't, I don't tell them like what to do.
Life be like that sometimes though. The technology.
I don't know, man. All right, what's up, everyone? Anyone sound off first of all? Sound off.
Hello.
Hello, chat.
Hey, what's going on?
See Badger, she's sweet in the chat, and then he's waiting. Oh, me. Someone do the thing on Discord where everyone. I'll do it. It's fine. I'm here. I did that while I opened it. And
we got a whole gang of moderators. You stepped in. Good work.
Do I want YouTube Premium? I don't know what that is. No thanks. Fuck on my face. Okay. Yo, BMC, what's good? Why is BMC not modded? It's not it. That's not right. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna pull up all the list right now. Thank you, Lizard, for doing it the way you did it, because that's like perfect.
That took way too much effort.
That's like the hard part, low-key.
Oh, if you would have told me, I would have did it in a different format.
It's fine, because I was just tired. I'm like, you know what? It works. Shit. Fuck. Where's mine? Oh yeah, on my site.
Yeah, then you don't want to be different.
Nah, Alan has his on his blog.
I do.
Black
y'all niggas, y'all rolled it out like the KD red carpet. Like y'all were announcing the trade.
Okay, but there's a difference, all right? Like me and I have been doing this for years and years. Like this goes back to like high school, So
Yeah.
we did it every year, my guys. So
y'all real, okay?
Yeah, we've been doing this for a grip.
Dude, that was
What's
back
up,
on
Beyond?
Facebook.
A little bit beyond.
Like I don't even use Facebook no more.
My boy Sombra. Hey, Sage Mode Rockers. We're about to get this popping. Everyone rolled up. I'm just pulling up the list right now so you guys can see when we're talking about it. Lupin gotta be in there. I know for a fact that it was Lupin the third on the list. Lupin the third.
I've been watching that recently.
I have to watch that. So
I watched the Fumi. Jesus Christ, what's the girl's name? The Femme Fatale. She had like a recent series, like the Allure of Her or whatever the fuck. I watched that. I see random movies. I might watch that new like Pixar looking one coming out.
Yeah, I might watch that too. Cause my girlfriend started watching it.
Mm-hmm.
She made me watch it with her. And I was like, "Hey, this kind of raw." So
I like what I see. Just like it's so much. Now I gotta watch it. I might just read it. All right, I think everyone's list up. Then I'm gonna screen share and then we'll get it popping.
Yeah.
Did I just pull up yours the same one twice? Yes, I did. I'm so stupid.
It's alright. It's been a long day. It's the heat.
Yo, I want everyone to know that I'm melting for y'all.
Right. He's suffering for y'all, man.
I'm melting. I gotta turn the fan off. It's hot as hell in this bitch. I'm like legitimately dripping sweat onto the desk. It's not even a joke.
Be glad he's not in Texas, because he wouldn't even be able to stand to do this podcast. He just die halfway through it.
I'm like,
it's 100 degrees outside.
That's crazy. So Alan, just real quick, your thing is divided in the middle to the pictures, and then you go, okay, I got it. It's okay. I figured it out. I'm smart.
I'm sorry, I have no pictures to show y'all what these series look like. You're just gonna have to know.
You got to just use your imagination. Hit google.com / Eddie Rath.
When my screen share pops up, literally take out your phone, take a picture of Nia's fucking YouTube, and just go look for it. There you go.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to ask you guys, like, how hard was it for you guys to make your list? Like, did you have trouble?
Very.
You have trouble doing it?
Yes.
Honestly, yes. But I think my reasons are probably different from you guys.
I'd say my anime list was pretty easy. My manga list, it kind of got hard, but like it was relatively easy all through. Anyways,
I think the biggest problem is that once you've got a big database in mind, like you've read a lot, you watched a lot, it's so difficult to just be like, you know what? It was these ones that stood out. Like
it was way harder for the anime because one, it's been a long time, and two is I feel like, because like sometimes I see some people's lists and you can see like a pattern, like it's a lot of meathead series and shit like that. It's hard for me to quantify like putting a romance series against a martial arts series sometimes, or something of that nature, or psychological. Because sometimes I'm just like, this was really good, and I like all the themes, but did it entertain me that much? That's why I always have the argument that you can have like say like an objective top 30 and your personal top 30 could be completely different.
Yeah, we should specify that this is our favorite 30 manga and anime. Like this is not being like, you know what, Berserk is the greatest. Oh my god, I like this better. Like, no, we're not doing that.
No, it's not that. No, it's not all that.
So please don't be the guy to be like, I can't believe what did Grim say the thing today? How come we have I show 21 but you don't have One Punch Man? Like, bitch, man, that's football. Like, what's good with you? Let him life. So we're gonna get a cracker right now. Let's get the screen share, and then I guess I'll before that too. Did you guys have any self-imposed rules you made for your own list, or you just went to do whatever?
Oh no, there were no rules.
Go.
For me, there's only one protocol, and it's that whatever comes to mind first, that usually gets thrown on a list because it's the first thing that I remember. You know.
Totally.
I feel that.
I feel that. I'll have to chat on my phone so I can follow.
I'm very curious about y'all's because I know like the stuff that y'all into are kind of like different. I think I'm gonna be like shocked. I mean, mine because like mine's not like shocking. If you know me, like you know most of the series that you might be shocked about like the ones that like 20 through 30, but the top ones you can be like, yeah, this guy talks about this shit all the time. Like
Badger hyping his list up. When we get to it, we'll see. If you have a list, you can send it to me somewhere in Discord or whatever, and I'll go through it after. All right. So my rule basically only really was like because a local B asked me this in the chat earlier. Basically, if I read and watched something, whichever adaptation I like the most, that's the version I picked. So for One Piece, I like the manga more than the anime. So there's a One Piece animation not on the list, even though I still like it a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like
I feel that.
If I had Hunter on the list, it'd be the Hunter anime because Togashi doesn't draw and can't draw. So
I think the only one for me that double. Well, you'll see. Never mind. I'll wait. But there's one that is I know double.
I'll start off with my honorable mention. For manga, Lychee Light Club, and Welcome to NHK. Welcome to NHK only ended up getting so low because I really can't remember what happened, but I know I loved it.
Man.
Yo, that's the exact same situation that I'm in. Christ, with that series especially, like every time I'm just like, yo, Netflix, get this back so I can just rewatch it and remember the fire. Like,
I feel that. I didn't put it on my list because it was one of the very first anime I watched when I got like serious, and that was like 5 years ago. I couldn't remember, so I couldn't put it on there.
That's been on my Planet 3 for like forever, but I still haven't watched it yet.
Yes, Lychee Club was just like these kids were pretty fucked up. It wasn't really long or anything, but I liked how gory it was. If you are planning on reading it, I'm looking to warn you. There is like what's the term? Shonen eye in it. Not that I care, but if you care, there's some like, guy and guy stuff. But yeah, that they barely didn't make the list this year. And like I said, Welcome to HK, I know I loved it. I think if I rewatched it again, it'll probably jump to like 20, but I just don't remember what happened. But I know I had a great time watching it. All right. So we'll go, Alan. Did you have honorable mention? I don't even see it.
Oh no, I don't do honorable mentions.
You can just all right. So
if it makes the list, makes the list.
All right, I respect it. All right, Lizard, speak on it.
So my honorable mention for anime is Made in Abyss, and for manga, it's Gintama.
Okay, but I have Reborn here.
Oh wait, it's Reborn. My bad.
Damn, don't even remember his own list. Invalid.
Nah, it's Reborn. It's my bad. That was because for Gintama, truth, like I haven't. It would be my top 10, but I haven't fully read all of it, so I don't feel like comfortable putting it in my top 10 yet. Oh. But once I read it, it'll probably be in my top 10.
Okay. I mean, I didn't finish it. Yeah, I got like 6 chapters left, but all right. Vince, you gotta like.
Just go on 31.
You don't got one for. Okay. This is anime, I think.
Oh, this is anime. My bad. I had to. Okay, so there is no honorable mention. Screw all that for the anime. Because I had a bunch of them. It could have been Sakamoto, Defrag. Like, there's so many like that I like didn't make it. So, no honorable mention for anime.
Okay, and what did you have for Defrag World? By the way, what did you have?
Yeah, I love Defrag. Number 31 is My Little Monster.
I don't know if I know what that is. What is that?
It's a romance series. I'd recommend it. I'd never watched the anime on it, but I really love the manga.
Mhm.
It's one of the better romance series to me.
Thumbnail clickbait strength on plus ultra. You know you hate that. I bet with the thumbnail for no reason. Oh my goodness. All right. I'll start with my 30. So you already know I'm the Nisho Ishii bad boy. So two double whammy. What is this called? What is this called? Like the forgetful detective. There we go. Like this is a story about the girl. She's a detective. Basically, every day she forgets like what happened, so she writes the shit down on her arm and whatever. She has to solve cases. It's a Nisho Ishii light novel. I actually haven't read the light novel yet. I've only read the manga, but it's fire. I have read beta version. Alexandre, that's thick. And Zane Goto is another one. This I actually snuck in at the very last second because I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about this. Like for a quick second, like the Zane Goto anime is pretty good. I like it for like the first cycle or whatever. I think it's a capitation cycle. It's pretty good. I liked it, but I like the light novels way more. So that's kind of why it's as low as it is. But I gotta stand Nisio. You the GOAT. So start the list off like that with a bang. All right, Alan, let's get it cracking.
All right, so for me, I picked Escaflowne as my anime, and I picked Apocalypse no Toride as my manga. Honestly, there's not a lot of like what do you call it? Really outstanding. Like Apocalypse. Okay, let's start with Apocalypse. Apocalypse no Toride is amazing. Like for zombies, if anybody's into zombies and like that kind of horror scape, it is really really well done. It's like 4 guys who are delinquents who are in like.
That's not it.
Like a detention center for young people.
Yeah, Alan's list is hard to go
and they
to.
just get attacked by zombies, and it's just them like defending themselves and doing craziness. Like it's a good time. I think the ending is a little bit like slipshod and really like shoehorned in, but outside of that, it's big fire. The artistry is really on point. All the characters are very cool. The concept they come up with for zombies is unbelievably like original and feels very nice.
Oh, I forgot to click present to everyone. I'm a ape. Sorry, continue.
No, it's fine. But then and I think for Escaflowne, like I picked that because for me it's a lot of like nostalgia. It's the one thing that I've got really on the list that is a much older and like dated kind of series. But at that time too, like I love the aesthetic. The overarching story is really strong. Like I love Fulkin. I love Vaughn. The interaction between like the genetically modified Lux soldiers is really cool. Like there's a lot of fire like concepts that are in Escaflowne that like the movie kind of touches on quite a bit, but like the series really like fleshes out a little bit more. It is actually like very interesting to me still, even though like it is not like I want to say like the best anime. It's still really good though.
All right. I like Escaflowne. I liked it. I had a good time when I watched that. All right, Lizard, you up next?
So 30 for anime is Barakamon.
Hey, Biggie.
Barakamon is just a nice, wholesome, like slice of life series with a nice cast. So it was just enjoyable for me to watch. And then the 30th manga is Dead Demons. I'm gonna butcher this. Destruction by Inio Asano. And I love Asano is one of my favorite mangakas. So any manga would probably be up there for me. But this manga really hit hard for me. Is it like a coming of age story with an alien invasion as the backdrop, and watching like the main 2 girls grow up is just really nice.
You tied me out in my own chat. I actually haven't read much of this one. Is this one of his newer series? I don't even remember. I know it's not done, but
yeah, it's a new series, but it's on a hiatus.
Is it after Downfall or before Downfall?
It started before Downfall, but it continued because Downfall got axed or something.
I like all of his works, probably except Downfall, or maybe Downfall's my least favorite one. But yeah, I messed with it. Me and Alan are definitely big fans of Barakamon. The calligraphy, what the fuck is he?
Yeah, man. The calligraphy in that is amazing.
That was hitting. I remember the girl's name, but the faces she be making was cute and everything. It was cool. I remember when he punched the shit out of that guy. It was it was great. It was a good time. Yeah,
it's actually on my list too.
Yep,
but much higher up than this.
it definitely, when I was making the list, it was one of the ones floating around like the 35, 34, but I just didn't quite make it.
Jeez.
Yeah. So basically, my account has 2 accounts on there, right? It has like the account I stream from, whatever, and then I have a brand account. So I'm on my brand account on my phone to give myself that extra view. So it occurred to me I should have been doing this for years. All right, go ahead, Vince. Start off with your.
All right, so anime, it was hard. I couldn't pick. That's why this list was so hard. Because I couldn't fit, especially anime. It was a lot harder. Because I have to say, even though I've been reading manga way more than anime for the past 2 or 3 years, I was an anime first type of guy. So anime is really hard. But for anime, it's either ReZero, which I think is the most hated anime like Damn Near all time for no reason because the nigga didn't pick their favorite waifu, or Legend of Legendary Heroes because I think that's like super underrated and people don't really talk about that. And then for manga, it's Tough. So martial arts series is one of the more technical ones because like the choreography may not hit as hard as a Baki or a Keegan Asura, but it's like slow it down. Like, you know, it just shows way more of like, I think like non-superhuman efforts of the martial arts side, way more technical. And I like that about it. Though, you know, like most martial arts series, the plot is kind of whatever. You're not really here for that. It's not terrible, but not something I can be like, yeah, you're really gonna love the plot. You just kind of read it.
Yeah, they be fighting. I like Tough. It's good.
Yeah, so it's nice.
It's a good time. Just in case you guys are actually confused, that the other account with the Princess Apocalypse Abby, it is me. I'm just on my phone because if I come here to type, I gotta see the whole chat. So I don't want to do all that. All right, I'll go 29. Got the climber. Is it the climber? Is that what his English name is? The climber. Okay, Koko no Hito. Listen, he be climbing, and it's psychological. I don't know. I liked it. It was a good time. I mean, the pictures are really good. The scenery and the landscape when we like reach the pinnacle and stuff. You're looking out. All that stuff's really good, really cool. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Had a great time.
Hey.
I think I don't remember Simi what knew I was watching it when I was watching or recommended to me. While I'm on this note, you know, rest in peace all the animators, Kyoani, because that's a Kyoani anime.
Yeah, that shit's so sad, bro.
Yeah, man, like some weirdo came and burned everyone with the fire and whatnot. Like that's just tragic. I really like this show a lot. I haven't not gotten too deep into the light novels and everything, but you gotta peep this. But just look up for the Endless 8. I didn't fall for it personally. It did not work on me. I said no. I saw this, so I went to the episode. I'm like, wait, is this like did I download this wrong or something? I was like, no way. You want to watch the same episode like 8 times? There's no way. I didn't fall for it. Oh, it didn't get me. All right, Alan.
Oh, so for 29, it's Old Noah for anime, and for manga, it's Team Medical Dragon. So, I don't know how many people are into medical dramas like
Team
that.
Medical Dragon is hitting.
Team Medical Dragon is big fire, unbelievably fire. Like it's basically this fairly young doctor. He's a heart surgeon, and this man is getting ready to perform like the Batista, which is like a very precise heart surgery, and it's just him creating a team of people to do this one thing. It's unbelievable, like the level of tension, the story building that it has, the level of character, like
is there anything? Just to ask you, I'm sorry. Is it anything like Blackjack?
No,
I haven't actually dived into that, so I couldn't even tell you personally.
Okay, I'm just asking because I watch Young Blackjack, and that's like one of my favorite anime.
No, it's a little bit more. I want to say like it. There's less like what do you call that, man? There's a lot of like there's a lot of non-fact in what is going on. Non-fact.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. I don't want to help you out with it.
Seriously, but I hate it. I know Zero.
Okay.
Yeah, that's controversial to me. I don't like All the No Zero either. I kind of hate it.
I don't think I gave it a fair chance. Alan tried.
The thing about it is that it's mecha. Let's be real. If you're not into mecha, you're not gonna like, or you're gonna find a hard time getting to grips with it. But what gets me about it is that unlike how a lot of other series they get mechas and oh man, they're overpowered. You know, they start doing all kinds of craziness. There's all this fusion and maybe like other stuff going on. This is the one series where their mechas are trash. Like they're actually like bottom of the barrel. Like these things are meant to like, you know, pick up bales of hay and shit like that. And they're fighting people who have like laser beams going off and like indestructible armor and all this other crap. And they're just like, yeah, we still get the W. Like, thanks.
Sage, wait, hold on. Sage has spoken. You said season 2 not raw, so not raw, but season 1 was good. So that's
actually that's what it is. Honestly, season 1 is the most fire. When that first season ended, I was just like, there has to be second season because I'm not gonna be okay with this ending like this. Like it doesn't make any sense.
This is why I love Sabra. You be saying shit like this, like just make you think. You said anyone else think Attack on Titan is a flesh mecha?
Somebody told me, I don't know who it was. I was having a discussion about
that
Attack
is
on
crazy.
Titan, and somebody told me
Attack on Titan is
somebody told me Attack on Titan is a zombie story. That's basically what it is.
I said it was me probably. I said that. I said that.
Yeah, it was like it's a zombie story because the main villain is not the zombies themselves.
It's the
government. Yeah.
Yeah,
it might have been you. It might have been you. Yeah, I was like, wow. It's my whole perspective.
But yeah, all know is like really good in how it's all fleshed out. The stuff going on Mars is really nice. Like the fact that they're so feudal out there, it's really good despite all their technology and stuff. I think that's really cool. And then it just comes together really well in terms of like just general aesthetic. I think the second season is big trash, but everything.
I respect your opinion so much that I'll give it another try because I watched it years ago. I tried to watch it years ago. I didn't even finish. I got to like episode 6 and I was like,
oh shit.
That's how far I got for that one show. What's the ReZero something? No, not that one. What's the one with the fake NGE? I don't remember what it's called. I'm tired. All right, Lizard, hits up. Whoa. It's a little lower than I'd like to see, but it's not there.
Oh, I knew that wasn't it, Lizard. You got back out.
It's a little lower than I'd like to see, but all right, speak on it.
So my anime is Monogatari, and this is just the second season, nothing else.
Wow.
And my manga is another Asano manga, Solanin. So manga second season, pretty much solely because of Atagi end, because how much I love the ending with Kaiki and like everything there. That just
Hideko, all that stuff.
Yeah, that just put it up there for me. And then Solanin, it's just another Asano manga. And seeing like the way like the main girl, she quits work and she's just like, you know, like her trials and after quitting work and trying to pursue dreams are really like the way he wrote it was really great.
After the little tragedy, you know, if you know, so I'm not gonna dive into it in case anyone wants to go into it, but yeah, it's really good.
How do y'all feel about like the TL like really get into it recently? Like I swear, like everybody, I have like 20 people on my TL like into that series now that before this year I never saw.
Solid.
Yeah. Go now.
Just in general, yeah, the series in general.
It's only like one manga volume. It's not long, so it's not taking you long.
It's like 30 shop. Wait.
Not Solo. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Monogatari.
Oh,
yeah.
They drive me nuts. I hate them all.
Proper watch order.
They all don't listen, and they all have terrible opinions. We're just seen as like girl merchants because all they do is talk about the girls like this, like Nisio Ishin the God I didn't write this. Like it's not, you know. Wait, I'm not. Let me not start because I won't stop.
No, that's what I wanted to ask you real quick though because I'm like I see like everybody into it, but I never see you like talk about it with anybody. I was like, oh, okay, so he either doesn't see it or he don't fuck with it.
Damn. What up? Damn, Beyond. You know what? Get unmodded for that. Where he at? Where is he at? I can't even click it. Got it. Remove moderator.
Why we just seeing it on the live stream? Wow, that's crazy.
Shit. Yeah. Solid really good though. So read that. All right, Vince. Okay, hold on. Let me talk to chat real quick. Is Siren on anyone's list? I don't think so. Ananagi, my boy Talib Kwali. No, we didn't. We're doing Prince Akim. We're doing anime and manga. So you're not missing anything. We're doing it both at once. All right, hit it up.
Okay, so 29 Snafu, My Romantic Teen Comedy, all that.
Hey,
people are probably somewhat shocked that I have it that low, but it's been a while. Honestly, that's why it's that low. It's not low because I love Hachiman. He's one of my favorite main characters ever for anything, and somebody that I relate a lot to. Because just the fact that he was hurt and he shut himself in. Like personally, I've never done it to that extent, but I understand him. Like, but he's still a good person. Like, even though he's felt pain, he's scared of being betrayed and all that stuff, he still does good things. And there's just like a very powerful message in that, and then the whole show in general, just very powerful.
Yeah, man. Go. I haven't gotten too far into it. I think I read like the first 2 volumes, maybe give or take. I think so. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it all. I only read the light novel. But I like the way it was because Chris had lent me the first one. Alan.
Oh, okay.
He has the first volume. So actually,
I need to read it. I'm trying to get into light novels. I'm gonna probably take a break from manga soon and get into light novels and visual novels. We'll save that for another day.
Yeah, speak on 29 for manga.
And Karate Shokoshu. Me and Simi love this series. And like it's another martial arts series, but this one is different. This is not your normal typical meathead karate series. Like this is literally like some of the epitome of character development. Like the main character like loses quite a bit, but he's growing each fight because he starts off from knowing no martial arts, and he's not just like a genius who learned it from a book. Holy Land. Anyway, yeah, he didn't learn it from a book and just pop up and started winning. So it's very good character development. I recommend. It's a lot though. If you're intimidated by a big number of chapters, you're not gonna enjoy this series. It's 500 chapters. If you can't stick around for that long, you're not gonna like it.
But is it completed?
Yeah.
See, that changes everything. If it's not getting longer as I read, that changes a lot.
500. That's late.
That's a big workout for me. I'll put on some stuff. All right. My turn. Alrighty. For 28, we got Blade of the Immortal from my manga. I know Vince doesn't like him as an artist, but I do like Hiroaki as an artist. I like how he draws violence.
I didn't like the beginning because I don't understand what he was doing. But yeah, with the etch a sketch, that's my favorite example ever. Everybody knows that.
But the aesthetic is nice.
No, he gets way better though. Like let's get it straight. Like the man can draw.
Okay,
but that beginning was not it. like if I didn't have Kyle on my ass to read this series, I might have never finished it because the beginning art turned me off so much. And I'm not even an art merchant like that. It was just difficult. It hurt my eyes.
Yeah, I went back to it and then I noticed the beginning was kind of rough.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't read it in a while. I read the new one for the new arc that came out recently, but
these are how things are usually, right? Like everybody starts a little bit rough, Sean, when they start out, especially like
this is series. Really rough.
But that's what I mean. Much older series specifically, they always have like the very, very harsh starts, and then because they're coming off of like more comical styles and other things that are more prolific at that time period, right?
Yeah. Okay, I got you. But it just, I don't know. Like, I just think he didn't have to, like, if he could have just, like, made it darker or something, like, throw me a freaking bone here.
Fair enough.
Like the only thing that I arguably say was worse than this art-wise for me was Hunter. I don't even like reading the Hunter manga. I really don't.
I feel that. The anime's Nana. Listen. I know the manga's never getting finished. At least the anime gave me some type of closure. That's why it ends up being on the list, even though the manga is far superior in my opinion. See, BMC knows. BMC out.
The art messed up. Like there was one big fight that happened post anime ending, and that just the art did ruined it for me.
I had to watch one fight on YouTube in a PowerPoint presentation because
that's wild.
It was tough.
That's in a PowerPoint presentation.
It really was. Like he was like going through it.
I want to be here for 4 hours. Someone help me.
We're trying, man. We're trying to scoot through it.
All right, Alan.
All right. So for anime, I picked Space Battleship Tiramisu.
I actually have no idea what that is. So.
And-
Me either. Me either.
And for manga, I picked Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles.
Let's go, clap greatness.
All right, that's what I'm saying. All right, let's not forget that Clap is holding it down from Jump. All right, like what is
All
this
right.
foolishness? Okay,
Talk to
that's
him.
3 ladies who know their artistry. All right, they got beautiful aesthetic. All right, they got interesting storytelling. They take everything and they just know how to make it nice. All
That's the
right,
right one, Alan. Did I fix right up? This is it.
yes, that's the one.
Clean. That looks clean.
So, Space Battleship Tiramisu is actually it's a gag anime about mechas, unfortunately. So again, if you're into mechas, like this might actually be the one to get you though, because each episode only 7 minutes long, and everything is funny.
Thank you,
all hilarious.
Alan, you know I'm a fan of Riveted. You know I like my shit short and to the point.
All right. See, okay, this is what it is. A lot of people do not care about the economy of that. You guys don't understand. Nobody has the time of day to go around and read 400 chapters nowadays. All right, we're all elderly. Okay, so we value our time. All right, we respect ourselves. So when we see 7 minutes and it's 12 episodes, we're like, oh, I'm watching that because I'm finishing it in the day. You know, and there it is.
I feel that. I'm not sure I respect my time though, because I sat through burritos. I'm not sure how much I value myself. I'm not sure how much I value myself.
Oh,
All
my
right,
goodness.
all right, next.
All right. Lizard.
My 28 for anime is K-On! Just the first season, because second season is mid.
That's crazy. I didn't even know you watched that.
And then out K-On! Yeah, what?
No, I'm still on chapter 16 for out.
It's fire. K-On! is just the first episodes are nice, wholesome, fluffy anime. And then out is just a raw ass delinquent manga. It's more like a gang manga at this point, but like, yeah, it just hit hard. I like all the characters are nice, the fights are raw, and yeah.
I did watch the first season of K-On! I don't think I've seen the second season. I liked it. It was cute, but like if you asked me a single character's name or what happened, I couldn't tell you. I remember enjoying it. That was years ago. I'm showing my age.
I have out way higher than you, so y'all see that again. Y'all will see out again because I have it really, really high.
Oh,
for me, well, if y'all did it,
your 28 is interesting.
Yeah, for me, okay. So the thing about a lot of my animes, more than my manga, there's a lot of nostalgia factor behind my anime choices. So things that you see higher up, you're not gonna see as many new anime because I'm kind of a nostalgia merchant when it comes to anime. Things that I remember watching during a bad time or just doing a rough year patch of my life, circa 2014 to 2016.
But that matters to me. That
Yeah,
matters.
so that has so Sekirei was like one of the first harems I got into, like right after Heaven's Lost Property. And so it has a really big effect, and that's why my name's a harem detective. Y'all didn't know, I'm really into harems.
Yuck.
Hey, no matter.
I thought you liked when they said harem detective. I thought you also liked mystery as well. But
I do, but
Good line.
I'll get to that a later day because I like Gosick, but it's not on this list. I don't remember everything that happened, but I like Gosick.
All right.
But anyway, and then manga.
Manga, sorry. Oh, yes. Let's talk about the GOAT.
I got Nasoka Anna for 28.
Peephole.
I really, really love this manga. I don't know why necessarily considered a harem. That's weird. But I really like it because it was just weird and fetishy. And I'm into stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, this is different. And I like things that are different. And if you're going to not set this today, or was it today? I think you said it. It was just like, if you,
today, but I say it all the time.
yeah, it was just like, if you going to have romance, I want people fucking.
Exactly.
That's what we got.
You guys know me.
I'm here.
If you don't give me no romance TV where they hold hands, blush, and look away, and that's my fluff.
That's it, yo.
I don't want that. I need someone's back getting blown out. Okay, thank you.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's what I need to see. Oh, I'm not interested. That's just how it is. All right, hit you with my next one. So, Beelzebub has re-entered the top 30 after revisiting this year.
Oh shit!
Okay.
It's back.
I'll scroll down some more.
Let's get it.
It is. Me?
Yeah, scroll down some more.
Why?
You got it on Blazing More and Nana. You got a picture?
No, it's well. My thing says. Does it say that?
No, it's showing it right. It's just at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's not at the top.
Oh shit! I
And the
can't
picture
see.
comes first, and then a thing on the bottom. You got me confused for a second.
Listen, I can't see. All right, go ahead.
All right, so is it come from the New World? Shin Sekai Yori. That's my anime. But yeah, so it builds up to me in a lot of ways. It's like I was said if you made a Gintama, just like a straight superpowered delinquent manga, this is kind of how I imagined it'd be like, because it's just so funny to me. I just die of laughter, and even when the series is not doing anything insignificant, I'm still having a great time. Listen, when Furuichi rolled up both them tissues in his nose and he beat the shit out of the that shit was fire. That shit was big heat. I love it. Super Milk Time out. Facts. Stage. I like when I have transformation fatigue, so I like when they play with transformations like that. He's like Dabu. He just fucking baby with his pacifier in his mouth. And I gotta mention that Olga versus Takemiya, like Bia versus Lucifer, whatever. That is one of my favorite manga fights in general ever. Shinsekai Yori was just one of those ones where I kind of just watched it because the opening was fire, and then I actually ended up liking it. The thing I like about it the most is I enjoy stories where I start off with childhood and by the end of it they're in adulthood. So I like the progression. That's really one of the reasons why I like it. I hate when they stay in high school sometimes, but they grow. It's good. The funniest BMC. Damn, I was fighting words. Gintama might be a little funnier. All right.
So for 27
kick
for
him.
manga,
He's gone.
I definitely picked Black Clover.
Oh my god!
People could be upset about that.
Is that high?
Look. See, this is the thing. Okay, when it comes to Black Clover, the aesthetic always got me. All right, from jump. Okay, and so in that regard, it already had me. But since then, they've done a really good job of just grabbing on to like the mythos of England in general, right? Like with the sylphs, with the salamanders. I'm expecting gnomes and like dryads to show up. I'm expecting nymphs to show up at some point. Like they've highlighted a lot of stuff. Like they're bringing in the elves, they're bringing in dwarves. Like they're talking about like a lot of the fantasy lore that is out there and is strongly like European.
That's
right?
crazy.
Like,
that's crazy that you
just
say
like,
this stuff, bro.
It's almost like a love letter to like, like the fantasy of the olden days. You know.
Hey, that's crazy that you're talking about it like this, because I've never heard anybody explain it like this.
Its pacing is unbelievably fast too. Like the manga care nothing for whatever issue like they currently have. It's like, oh, here's this one problem, and you thought that was an issue, but this is not the real problem because this is the problem. And it's like, oh shit, that's a problem. And then the next problem show up, and there's no time wasted. It's all like there's always something happening, so things go by very very fast. I love the pacing. Outside of that, then I think for anime I picked Wotakoi. I don't know that people watch this series too much.
I did.
I read the manga, but
I actually like it a lot because honestly, it hollered back to my own days, like growing up, where people are like, "Yo, you can't be a manga, like you can't be into anime, you can't be into manga, so and so on." Like there's a big division, between people about like people who like it, people who don't like it, and so like this kind of highlights that, but it does it like obviously in Japan, so there's that cultural like context to it. It shows like the workplace, what it's like, and people are like, "Oh, you like manga?" Or, like, you're a weirdo and stuff like that, right? So it like to see people like kind of coming together despite all those things is like very nice, and the romance is really good too. I think the artistry is also very good.
I feel that. Respect.
I'm sad. All right. Let's go.
Yo, stop.
Well, he's sad, bro.
I'm very sad. This reminds me of the first time. Remember before I read Taizai and you had that shit so high when you just started it? I'm like, why?
Why are you always mad at me, bro? Like, let it be.
I was on your head. All right, listen, go ahead.
So manga is Full Metal Alchemist, and anime is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and manga is Tokyo Revengers. Full Metal Alchemist, it's just a great story, great anime. There's really not like it's been talked about a lot, so I don't feel like you need to explain it that much. But Tokyo Revengers, another delinquent manga. I think this is like it's like a time traveling delinquent manga. That's like kind of the twist about it. I really like all the characters on here. Like the MC, he starts like he's meek, but the way he's willing to change himself and grow is really hits hard for me. All the fights are great. Like all the like gang war is great, and like all the characters, like the gang leaders, the gang, like everybody in his gang are like all great people, and it's just an enjoyable read.
This is one of those series that I never really read, but someone I know is such a big fan and talks to me about it all the time. I know things I shouldn't be knowing. It's like Final Fantasy VII. I haven't played a single minute of that game. I know everything that happens.
Jesus.
All right, Vince. Hit me with your anime.
Okay, so anime Ergo Proxy.
Real Ergo.
Yeah, that's number one. First of all, main character design, go. Oh my god,
Big
I
fire,
love this
big
design.
fire.
If you know anything about me, I love dark Victorian age looking people. Aesthetic, period. And this show just speaks to me. Aesthetic is all I scream when I think about this show. I actually like the show itself too. But if somebody asked me, like, what's my number one favorite thing about this show? Aesthetic. Also, this is part of the reason.
I interrupt you, my bad. I found to say to the beginning of the stream. All of us have read like a lot of manga and probably watched a lot of anime. I mean, I gotta be somewhere in the thousands.
It's a
manga,
lot,
whatever, right? So like the fact that anything is even in the top 30 is a big deal. So I know you think FMA might be low on Lizard's list, but if you consider how much shit he's read and watched, that's still very high praise. Like, continue.
Facts. So, but yeah, Ergo Proxy, like, I don't really know how to explain the story without giving stuff away, so you just got to go watch it for yourself. It's not for everybody, I'd say. It's darker, a little bit slower. He's also the other character, Vincent, is part of the reason why I have my name. I like characters named Vincent, if it wasn't obvious. They most of the time they're raw and they're really
Ain't nobody have my fucking name in anything, so
no, they do not. And so that's all I'm gonna say on that. I love it.
African ass name.
And 27. This is probably the main thing. I'm surprised I still have Vagabond on my list, and I was shocked when I was making it that I still had it this high because I hate where it stops. I really hate it. That's where it stopped, and I hate that it's probably never gonna finish.
I just treat it as completed at this point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you basically can say that, but I saw somebody else reading it one day and they were like posting, because people on Twitter always post the whole entire manga. Yeah. So I seen somebody post the entire thing and I was like, I got very nostalgic. I was like, yeah, I remember when he did that. Damn, I remember when he fought like 1,000 people and he was having a monologue in his head the entire time, swinging one slash, not wasting any energy. And I was like, damn, I remember why I like this manga so much in the first place. It gets a lot of, kind of hate now because of where it stopped, which is granted. I don't blame people for saying that because it stops halfway at like a halfway point. But I still have to put so much respect on it because of how beautiful I thought it was and just the samurai culture and just history. Like, you can obviously say go on Google and you can look most of this shit up, but it's still beautiful to see it in manga format.
I'm not a fan, personally.
I can't blame you.
It looks good though. All right, next.
Jeez, the chat doesn't love me. Oh, that's
crazy.
So this is also back on the list. Black Lagoon is back. It wasn't. I think if I remember correctly, from last year, I know Taizai went from 13th to not on my list for some reason. It might not even be top 50. Honest to God, that's. We'll talk about that later. But even though Jinkan is it's actually a movie and there's like a 6-part OVA, I believe. It's just kind of one of those stories where like some like humanoid robots, like they get their own kind of sentience. They're not just artificial intelligence. So it's all like, what does it really mean to be human type of exploration. It's not very long, 6 episodes, really good. I always like it. I revisit it pretty often because it doesn't take me long to watch. Because this year I spent a lot of time revisiting a lot of stuff that I liked from the past to make sure it still stands up. Because Serial Experiments Lane used to be one of my favorite things. And one time I watched it, I'm like, they're really not saying anything at all. Nothing was being said. This is just fake, pretentious, psychological bullshit. Nothing is happening. So, yeah. We out here. All right, Alan. Oh, by the way, Balalaika right here.
That's,
see that?
That's pretty that you said that because I got Serial Experiment Lane.
With the cigar in her mouth, she is the baddest. She's the best. I know y'all gonna say Revi, don't say Roberta. Nah, my Russian queen. You're.
Hey.
They all raw though.
Facts.
And I'm kind of mad you shit on a Serial Experiment Lane because I have it in my top animes. Right.
Alan.
Okay.
Yo,
Right, so for 26, it's got to be Nozoki-ana for manga.
Hey, let's go. Go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, literally, Nozoki-ana translates into a people. Okay, let's be
Yep.
real. It's about people peeping on each other. All right, but it's the way that it just like
that
it grabs onto the realities though of like what a romance is. Like, there's a lot that goes into a relationship, and not all those things are physical. There's a lot of like psychological tension that goes on between people, and it's like, where are you at? Where am I at? And it's about the incongruencies
Yeah.
that kind of come with like being in a relationship with somebody, right? And like,
Yeah.
there are moments like that, where like you can't really tell like what the other person is thinking, and so on and so on. And it's like, how do you like reconcile that with yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then for anime, I always pick K Project. This series is like
Red King go.
That has one of the funniest moments I've ever seen in anime. When the skateboard dude was skating and he dropped a billboard on him. I'm not gonna lie. I think I cried. I think I cried for like an hour straight. I was laughing so hard because it was so unexpected.
But that's the thing. It catches like a weird balance between like being really like funny and then also being really serious, and then also having like a very convoluted kind of like backstory, because there are so many different like aspects to it, because there's the manga, there are so many spin-off mangas.
I didn't even know the anime movies and movies were
Bro,
still
that's what I'm
going,
saying, right? It's unreal. And this is the thing, the first season of the anime, when you go and you watch that, you're really like, wow, that was super lackluster and not at all what I wanted. And then you realize that all of that is just build up because they're just trying to explain the world and like the major characters that are in it.
Oh, the Red King's name Suo Mikoto?
Yeah, bro. When
Wow,
the Damocles down happens in that's like the most interesting thing to happen all season, and that's like the very end. Like, it's like 2 episodes from the final episode.
You know how these like kind of anime original 12 episode shows like to have nothing happen till episode 10, then everything happens. You know, it'll be.
But this is the thing, like it's because it's such a multi-layered project. That's why it's got so many moving parts. So you can't just look at one thing as like, oh, that's the totality of it, and this is garbage now.
You know what we should do? We should revisit it and catch up to everything. We should do that.
We should, honestly, because that second season slapped. Like, that was hard. Like, it hit hard. I like that a lot. It was really good.
All right, Lizard, go ahead.
So, my 26 anime is Silver Spoon, and manga is Crows.
Too low. Continue.
I just like seeing the main character go from like a city boy to working at a farm and realizing
City boys be up. I had to do it.
like and seeing how he like just grows as a person, like, and accepts like how he starts working harder and harder and becomes more like used to the working at the farm. It's just nice to see. And then Crows is just like it's just a great delinquent manga. The fights are great, and yeah,
I feel it. Yu Hakusho has to be there. Mob has to be there. Y'all want to be sad. All right, Vince. Oh, Zanki no Terror, eh?
Yep, Terror Resonance.
Jeez.
26. I actually watched this with my girlfriend, and we neither one of us knew anything about this anime walking into it. And the OST is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ever. It's the music's so beautiful.
Dude,
like,
the
I don't
soundtrack
even
is
know.
fire. It's unreal.
Yeah, right. Unreal aesthetic again. Another series like anime. I just like pretty stuff sometimes.
Wait, Lizard, you got beef. How in God's grace do you rank Silver Spoon over Brotherhood? We gotta talk, man. I agree with you. I like Silver Spoon more. I'm not saying it's better than Fullmetal Alchemist because they're not the same thing to me. One's a battle shonen, and other one's more a slice of life and agriculture and whatnot, and farming shit. But I prefer Silver Spoon.
People gotta chill, man. Like, listen, like I said, objectivity and personal favor is different. If he's entertained more by Silver Spoon, you can't tell him that he's wrong.
Yeah, it's just
how it is.
It's a favorites list. There's
and who says there's a big difference? It's a slight edge. It's literally one spot above, not like 20.
Yeah.
That'll be all right.
I mean, Silver Spoon's still the better Arakawa manga, but you ain't hear that from me.
Oh
shoot.
Yeah, Terror is super nice. And then for manga, it's Siren. Oh my god, this dog. Siren. Siren is like this crazy supernatural. I don't even want to call it necessarily a battle manga, but I guess you can classify it as that too. It's just like crazy, and it was just very interesting. I hadn't seen anything like it before when I read it, so I loved it.
Yeah, we're not like here to be like, you know what, like obviously source food is better. Like it's not, no one's doing that. We're just talking about our favorites. That's all we're doing. All right, back to me. Tepu from my manga. We be throwing hands. Okay, listen, I like my muscle waifus. They be throwing hands.
Yes.
Like
I have a way higher than you though, but we'll talk about it when we get to that.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like a little higher, but it is what it is. And the Tatami Galaxy, listen,
I got
Too low.
I actually agree with you, but I just, in terms of personal enjoyment, I think it's better than a lot of things that I have over it, but I didn't enjoy it more, especially the first time I watched it. I appreciated it a lot more on my second watch, but damn, the aesthetics of this shit is so good. Like it just, even like remember the first time I didn't even really know what was really going on. I just liked what I was looking at. It was just really like visually, it was entertaining me, which is important sometimes. All right, but yeah, Tepu man. You see, sometimes I could be a little bit of a meathead. Sometimes hands are out.
Hey,
Now I'll talk about it
you
more.
want to talk to Tatami Galaxy?
I mean, because I've seen everyone's list already, right? I know some of us have some certain things multiple times. We're just gonna keep repeating ourselves over and over. So if I get there first, I'll just say the bare minimum. You can add on, pile on later.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah, I just don't want to talk about the ones from 30 to 20 for like 500 because you don't want this stream to be 4 hours. I didn't want to go into great detail about every single one.
Yeah,
when I get to the top 10, I'll talk about it.
Yeah, because some things Lizard has on his list, I have later on. So just like, you know.
Okay,
right.
That actually is good that you guys said that because for 25 for anime it was Inuyasha and for manga it was Bakuman. So and I think like that's fine enough. You know, that enough said. If you've read those series, if you watch that stuff, then you know why it's there.
Yeah.
No, talk about explaining Inuyasha. Explain this.
Okay, that's another one. It's okay. Rumika Takahashi's like classic. All right, it's not. Don't get me wrong. It's no Ranma half, but it's up there. All right, it gets a
lot of slander nowadays.
And honestly, like she just had a good grasp though. Like she's got like this girl going in, and like her female MCs are actually very nice, right? And come on, Sesshomaru like held it down from jump.
That is
like,
the only reason I sat through that whole.
He's fine. He's big fire. Like what do you want? That man watched everybody. Like
he's the greatest. When his story with Rin, when she went to hell and everything. Oh man, she had some crazy development by the end, bro. He was my dude, but I hated almost everybody else. That's not true. I like Shifu. That's not true. You know who I hate? But my biggest issue was Naraku. Naraku, I think, is actually one of the worst villains I've done ever seen in my actual life.
Trash. It's unbelievable.
So bad. All right, and Bakuman is self-explanatory. That shit raw.
100%.
I was a lot about it made me care more about the actual manga industry and how the inner workings was, and I looked into it.
Because that's what it is. Because there are so many things that go on in the background that we don't see. Without Bakuman, really, like you don't get maybe all the understanding of what goes into getting that stuff, right? Like I would never have gotten into One Piece properly if I hadn't read Bakuman first, because it explains that like art styles are a certain way for a certain reason. Right? Like if you don't have that awareness, then it's just like, man, this man drawing goofy stuff to be goofy. Like you goofy for drawing this. Like
but the OST is amazing, bro.
Oh yeah.
Okay, first of all, I want to change the other one. Sing a song, you man. I know. I have
all the fire, bro. Even the ending themes were slapping.
What's it? Fukudo Mori, whatever. The forest one. We just there with his shit floating. My nigga. That shit's so fire. Why don't I like Naraku? What was he doing? What was his goal? What was up with him? Explain. Like what was he actually doing?
He was just simping. He was just simping the entire time.
He just causing trouble.
Naraku's greatest feat to me is having those damn bees specifically for he could do nothing. Every time he came around, those bees would just be there. I'm like, bro. Jesus Christ, that man could not use wind tunnel because he always brought those fucking bees. Oh my god! All right, listen.
So 25, right? I respect
this one. I like this one.
Psyche is just a funny anime.
I love Psyche.
it's. I only watched it because I think I seen him as I can't remember if he was a support character or a character in the other Jump game, the old not Jump Force, the one before. I had no idea who he was, so just because I wanted to like be knowledgeable of everything in Jump, I read it. I'm like, this is a good fun. This is a good fun.
And then Twin Star Exorcist it's just a great Exorcist manga with the great fights, and the way they handle the romance is just like for us like battle show like for these kind of series is just way better than normal.
You're killing. What he's now. You can't take. Your list is making him rage.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I have a slightly controversial take. So from a strict comedy perspective, I prefer things like Psyche K over Gintama.
That's subjective. Your humor is your humor.
No, I'm just saying, but I just know people are just like, you don't find Gintama that funny? I'm just like, I chuckle. But like Psyche K, I was actually laughing.
See, that's okay. I know you're not raging. You're laughing, but I'm just laughing because you're not having it. What's up? What's up, Laz? What's poppin'?
Hey.
My boy Commodore. All right, Vince.
All right. So we're at the anime first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, crazy. I don't know why I forgot that fast.
Where's your list at? Like, just look at your tweet.
What do you mean? You can't scroll up? You can't see it?
I did. Oh, so you're using the stream too?
Yeah. No, I got both. I had to pull it up, both.
Okay, go ahead.
But so 25, Phantom of the Requiem. Many people have not seen this anime.
I haven't.
And I recommend it. To be honest, I feel like it's something like it's not a must watch, but it's just like I feel like it's just something. If you need something different, you're getting kind of bored of regular anime. You need something more mature. I recommend this. It's like this guy who like he was a tourist and he wandered into a different country, and then the man got captured and he got turned into an assassin. Like that's raw. Like I don't care what you say, that's fucking raw.
All right.
And like he just experienced himself, and then like one of the main there's like 2 or 3 different type of main villains in this show. I don't want to give away too much, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because, like I said, I want to spend more time on like the tops. But I recommend watch it.
All right.
And then manga, I got Zetman. Zetman talks about. I like the manga way more than the anime. The anime kind of was garbage.
That's an anime.
The anime doesn't do it justice at all. The manga is better.
The anime kind of garbage. But Zetman, like, it's just so many things, so much like morality, like what's up, who's a monster. It kind of like I feel like it's I don't know if it is, but it feels like it's really influenced by Devilman. So if you like Devilman, you'll probably like this.
I like the manga, the OG one.
Oh, Devilman?
Yeah, Devilman Crybaby was good though, but I like the other one better. The old one.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I agree with that statement. But if you like Devilman, you'll like Zetman.
Mm-hmm. All right, 24 for me. You guys see my boy Roku Mukuro in the back, by the way? You guys see him in the background? My boy. Cool. All right. So this is where I kind of start to show my age a little bit with Iria the animation. We going way back. This is actually supposed to be some kind of prequel for the live action movie, which I never saw. Didn't care, but quick little story about a bounty hunter who has to chase this like indestructible like space monster after her brother on the bounty hunter has a tragic fate early on. It's not very long. It's only like 6 to 8 episodes, I believe. And Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, which back in the day I used to call it the Kingdom Hearts of the manga because they'd go like world to world collecting like the little feathers, kind of like you go world to world like locking the doors and lanes in between and whatnot. Listen, I love Clamp. I love this series. Raite Shodai, it connects to XX Holic, whatever.
Yes, my guy.
So if we have Holic and that in tandem, we get the complete story, and it also ties all the way back to Cardcaptor Sakura, which I love. Cardcaptor Sakura is really good. So it's like the whole Clamp universe, everything is great.
No, don't forget we still have to catch up with World Chronicles.
I know. I read like the first 6 chapters, I think, and then I keep forgetting it exists.
Right? Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, so Clamverse is really good. I'm such a huge fan of this shit, man. I love Kurogane, like the whole thing with like Yuki, right? Where it's like you have to give up what you want most for like her like interdimensional traveling power. You think, yeah, I like this sword. Like, no. I'm taking the relationship. Bitch, what?
Yep.
I should have heard it.
Not one person got away with anything in that series, yo. That's crazy.
That's good. That's just good stuff. All right.
So I think for 24 for manga I had Horimiya,
Yes.
and then for anime I had Classroom Crisis. Yes. So for Horimiya, I think most people should know this. I think by now, but like Horimiya
is a good time.
it's a pretty straightforward series. Like it's pseudo comedy, pseudo romance. And it's basically about two young people like coming together, despite the fact that like they're really like different from how they put up fronts is basically what it is.
Yeah, how they're raised and how they do stuff. They're not really like that.
Like out in the real world, everybody wears masks in their day lives, and it's like when you're at home, like you can't really let people sometimes in on that information, right? It's like, oh, I can't really show you who I really am, because if I did, like you would be like, well, hell no, like you're not at all who I thought you were. I'm leaving, like I'm out. But it's about coming to like acceptance with yourself and with other people. It's very nice.
Is that finished?
What? Which one? Horimiya? Horimiya's still ongoing, I think.
Yeah, it's still ongoing.
Okay, that's what
Wait, no.
I'm
wrong. Horimiya actually finished, but the translations are taking forever.
Okay, because I remember reading it. That's how I knew exactly what the series was. But I never finished it. It was ongoing, and I just never went back to it.
Classroom Crisis is actually unique in the sense that it's about people going to school, but they're in a vocational school. So everybody is actually working to build this like engine for space shuttles. And at the same time, there's a lot of like political intrigue going on in the background, because there's a bunch of like business conspiracies happening. And so everybody's kind of caught up in this. And so it becomes like a very, like, it's all very straightforward in how it's done. But like the way that it handles itself is very nice. And the artistry is gorgeous. I mean, you guys can tell.
Aniplex. All right, let's it.
So 24 Konosuba, again, just a funny anime. Just like all four.
Konosuba, let's go.
There's all their sticks is funny to me, and then To You the Immortal by the same author as Silent Voice. It's just it's an emotional manga. Like seeing Fushi who's like an immortal and all the trials he goes through, it just hits every time.
Damn it, man. Why are you hitting people in the fields like that? That's crazy.
Right now, chat fucking with your list.
What did I do?
I'm saying they're fucking with it. They like it.
Oh, shoot. Good to know.
I haven't watched Konosuba, or I know a little bit about To You the Immortal, but I don't think I don't even remember when I knew it. I'm just old and I'm tired.
Old man.
He's not totally lost because oh wow. I love it.
Wow, that's right.
Right. Speak on.
All right, for me, 23 for anime is Psycho-Pass. This might be a lot lower than most people would probably like it to be. Sorry. The first season was really, really good. Second season was really, really, really boring for me personally. So that's why splitting hairs.
You're not wrong.
Bruh.
So that's why it's not as high. If I was strictly rating the first season, it'd probably be like 11 or 12. But it's not, because the second season sucked for me.
Vince.
So, yeah.
24. Hellsing.
24? Oh, fuck. I fucked up. My bad. 24. It's Hellsing. I fucking love Hellsing. My bad. He was like, you were trying to tell me that the entire time?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Well, look at me. Fucking up the pot. I don't care. But anyway, 24 Hellsing GOAT. So I don't know what to tell you. More Victorian age, dark aesthetic, beauty. All the characters raw, ugly, and beautiful at the same time. They all ugly, but Walter the best character. And it's just this vampire Alucard who got big guns. Like, that's not raw. I don't know what to tell you. Man, fucking raw.
Bro, he's whipping around 20-pound guns with exploding bullets. Like, you're wrong. Like, everything about that is fire. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's raw.
Nobody can say otherwise. Anybody says that it's not fire, like you're missing something.
It's not one of my favorites, but I definitely that nigga raw. Like
he's raw. Like,
bro, when he does the stuff with the Hounds of Baskerville too, like, oh, stop.
Yeah.
Cannot take that
Dark
away.
Victorian age. But okay, 24 for manga, Mysterious Girlfriend X.
Brother.
I just like it because like it was just entertaining. I'm not gonna say this is some greatly written masterpiece manga. No, it was weird, and I never read nothing like. I think this was like the first weird manga I ever read. It was like, what? This nigga got a spit fetish? He like his girlfriend drooling and fucking spitting and shit. I was like, that's weird as hell, but I ended up enjoying it, so that's why it's on this list. And I'm just like, I couldn't believe I enjoyed something
You
that
just
weird.
lick the drool off her duck. I said, what is good with this guy?
But I just really enjoy like the slice of life aspect. There's nothing too crazy about this. But like part of the reason it's so high on my list, like I said, because I never expected to enjoy something like this. So I'm giving it a lot of credit for turning me into a fan.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I don't though. I can, but I won't.
He said, "What's good?" He said, "What's good?"
23.
Nah, I would never have a friend like that though. I'd probably be the same as you. I'd be like, "What's good with you, bro? You just spitting on the desk."
Okay, so I got talked about. Okay, hold on. First of all, I do not support the new Prince of Tennis, even though it
it doesn't exist, bro. It doesn't exist. It
entertains me to no end. With they playing horseback riding, niggas are dying in a tennis court. It is crazy. I don't know what happened.
It's so insane, bro. So ridiculous.
But Prince of Tennis was the first sports anime / manga I ever got into, and I fell in love with it really quickly. I would say by the time Ryoma had his first singles match, we hurt his eye against a guy who could put the slice in the
yeah.
Whatever I can't. What the fuck is it? Slice and fuck. I can't remember what the other one's called. Top spin. There we go. He slips between the top spin and slice, and like it would like freeze your arm for a second. Everything like I was invested. Fuji versus Akaya. That's my favorite.
Yes.
That shit go. Kai was raw when he had this demo, everything. It was just like the gateway for me to get into sports. So this was like my favorite one getting in. It got a little bit ridiculous by the end of it with like with demigod Yukimura and everything. But
I'm telling you, I always wondered why the Saiyans were trying to take over the world of tennis. Like, what's that about?
And your Gunbuster. Let me talk about Gunbuster Noriko. Like, goodness, the GOAT. Listen, I'm not even a huge Mecha fan. This is not very long, but I like my old ass shit. The aesthetics hitting, and it's just a good like story of just start from the bottom. Like when you have one person believe you can do something, when everyone else be hating on you, and by the end you the GOAT. I fuck with that shit. That's my girl. She out here. Gunbuster is raw. Watch that. It's not even long. It won't even take you long. Now, Gunbuster 2, I can't recommend that. But Gunbuster, just the regular one, fire. And it's like a little bit of a thing I'm not going to mention that really throws a whole different like wrench into the equation, to the machine. But I'm not talk about that. But Noriko, that's my girl. Alan?
So for 23 for manga, I put Tate no Yusha.
Yo,
so that's Rise of the Shield Hero. I think everybody knows about that series right now at this point because there's the anime out. But
that's crazy because I was really close to putting it in my top 30. I was very, very close.
See, for me, it's the one like isekai where it's like, oh, he showed up and everybody hates him and is trying to like get him for whatever reason, and it's just unexplained. So they treat him like trash, and so he's like, all right, fine, I hate all of you now, and now you guys can fight for yourselves. Bye, right? So
and he was still the best hero.
And that's the thing. He powers up significantly. He does a bunch of stuff on his own, and then he eventually like comes into himself. And then you know what? Revenge is the dish best served cold, they say, right? So that all works out. I loved it. It was good.
Yeah, no,
actually still ongoing. Still ongoing.
By the end of the year, at least anime wise, it might be in my top 30 because I liked it that much.
It could well be still.
The manga is cool. Rise of the mid hero, Rising Sleep, Rise of the big hero.
Yeah. Honestly, though, Sage Mode Roxas said it right though. Okay, the light novel is still better than the manga.
That's one I read the very first one, and that was about it. What's your other one? Horimiya?
For the anime, I actually picked Nichijou.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I feel like
I'd watching this.
I feel like if you haven't seen this yet, you should go and watch it. It is too fucking funny.
You know why I watched it, right? I think the principal suplexed the deer.
Bro, that's the
Oh,
one. Because
yes,
it doesn't matter who you were, all right? If you saw her,
I just need context.
honestly, all it is that she happened to have drawn something that was really inappropriate, right? She's like, I can't let anybody see that because if somebody sees that, my life is over. So literally everybody would like it falls out of her backpack, and she's like, crap. So she does all this fancy shit in order to collect it all. Her friend still ends up seeing it, so she has to suplex her friend. Then a policeman standing nearby catches the same page, so she has to suplex him. Like everybody is catching it for just because they saw that. It's unreal.
Oh man,
bro,
it was a good time. It was a good time.
I think anybody that sees that GIF, like you'll immediately fall in love with the series.
Yeah,
you have no choice but to see it.
I was just confused. I'm like, I just want context. Like even if I don't like it, I'll watch until I see the scene. All right, Lizzie.
So my anime is Samurai Champloo and my manga is Kaguya-sama.
Respectable.
So Samurai Champloo was actually it used to be in my top 10, but then I kind of went back and I'm like, I didn't enjoy it that much, but I still really enjoy it. Mugen's still a great MC for me. Jin's great. Kaguya-sama, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started, I just treated it as a normal rom-com, but for the past year, like the events in this past year just has transformed into one of the best rom-coms I've ever read.
Hey,
I
still
gotta read it. I've been hearing y'all talk about it so much. I gotta read it.
Listen, Samurai Champloo raw, man. I love that shit. It's so good.
My girlfriend.
Soundtrack's in. Hijabis, rest in peace. That soundtrack.
Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah.
He was so raw.
If Boondocks just stole scenes from that shit, I know what you guys did.
they stole scenes from everything.
I know. Like at that point, okay, now I'll talk about Psychopaths.
Oh, I already said everything now. I mean,
Okay,
shit, I heard the whole.
let's go to the-
We just go to the anime.
We go to your all right. Wow, I'm surprised this is on your list at all. Actually, Attack on Titan.
You know what? This is. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you right now. This is on the list for recency bias because I've been keeping up with it for this year. That's why this is on the list. If you don't know what Attack on Titan is by now, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not finna sit here and explain this. Controversial take. I care about the plot, and I think Izumaya is a good writer. I don't give a fuck about any of these characters. I don't think Aaron's the GOAT. I don't like Levi's the GOAT.
Levi is the GOAT.
If anybody's the GOAT in this series, is Levi. I don't care that he keeps Reiner alive to cause him more suffering. I don't understand why you all like Zeke now. His backstory wasn't that tragic. It didn't make me feel sorry for him. But I want to see the end game of the plot, and I've already invested in it. Just like other series, you've already invested into. I just want to get to the end. Recency bias is kind of why it's ended. I can't guarantee this will be here by the end of the year. It probably won't. Because once it finishes, it'll be gone. But for right now, I'm giving him a lot of props because he's a good writer. If nothing else, I respect the man's writing ability.
All right. We out here. All right. My turn. 22. This translates to Masturbation Master Kurosawa. I know what it sounds like if you haven't read it. I know what it sounds like.
This shit is so dope.
It sounds crazy. You're like, what are you reading? Listen, it is fire. It's not what you think.
Too low.
It's basically, it actually dropped a lot from before. Basically, it's just, I don't even want to get into it, but like, he just basically picks victims in his head, kind of like how Light would. Like that's what he's like, I'm gonna beat off to this girl. He'd go in the washroom and beat off to her as a victim. Basically, he gets caught and gets blackmailed, and then there's a major shift halfway through. The whole tone changes. I'm not gonna dive into it. And for this anime, this one might shock a lot of people. I don't even know a lot of people watch Gacha Man crowds. Alan knows that I'm a Gacha
man. Hey.
Bonds go. So one of the first anime I ever watched way back when was Ninja Science Team Gatchaman. Was one of the first things I ever saw. This is like a spiritual successor to that. So just based on that, I was like, yo, I'm here for this. I like Hajime Ichinose. I think that's her name. I can't remember her name.
Yep.
But I thought she was a great lead. She's kind of annoying in retrospect, but I found her entertaining. I love how colorful it is. I like the transformation sequence of the opening, like the OST, everything. I am just You know, it is what it is. Naya has My Hero on his list, thumbnail theories. Deku really is there for no reason.
Right. He just threw it for some because it's a manga, it's an anime.
It was I just basically the first pictures that I came across, I just posted the thumbnail because I was lazy. All right. Go ahead,
Alright,
Alex.
so
22.
for manga, I've got Domino Ace at
Go.
22.
Go.
And then for anime, I've got Irregular Magic High School.
Mhm.
Hey, let's
So-
go. More harem. Let's go.
So these are two things that I think that like they are pretty niche. Like Domino Ace, literally a manga about baseball, but it is arguably one of the best sports manga out there because it just grabs onto realism and it will not let it go. All right, like all the characters are well rounded. You literally care about everybody, and everybody gets development. Everybody gets screen time. Like all the cast is fire. The cast is big fire.
You
Right.
want to really see how like high school teams really were when you have to compete against each other, but still keep that unity and brotherhood. This captures that perfectly.
And the like just the way that games end up working out, like the outcomes as well, all of those hit like home hard. Like when people win, you care. You're like, oh shoot, they won, yo. Everybody gets hyped. The second they lose, you feel that too. It's the same thing. Like you're just like it puts you in the dumps. It's not good. Naya, you remember the episode? My guy.
Remember, we saw that. No, we read that together.
We were shooken.
We read that loss, and we were just silent for like 8 minutes. We couldn't believe it. We're like, nah, not like this.
That's not what we were expecting. That was crazy to us.
We did not see that coming. We were just sad, bro. Like, no, not our goats.
I think Irregular Magic High School though is something that like people don't give enough time to. It's one of those series that like you've got to give it a lot more time because the world that they've created, the concepts that they're throwing out there are all like they're fleshed out, but they take some time to like really understand and like come to grips with, and that's what makes it such a like high hurdle for people to get into the series. But trust me, Irregular Magic High School is really well done.
I love it.
Yo, the MC is ridiculously busted.
Right, man, so smart, so ridiculous.
People haven't see any character from any other series pretty well would get washed. It's unreal. Like he's just too strong. He's too busted. It's crazy.
All right, Lizard, hit us up.
So 22, right?
Yeah.
22, Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, one of the first anime I've ever watched, and it's just like I love Kion as a character, and then it was just a nice anime to watch for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gamaran.
Hey, I'll put you on. Hey, take your all credit.
Gamaran just a nice like swords martial arts set in like a Middle Edo period. And it's just all the fights are great, and like just yeah, for a series like this, if the fights are great, I'll just really enjoy it, and all the fights hit for me.
I have one question for you about Suzumiya. Did you fall for the Endless 8?
I can't even remember, but I think I like fell for like 4 episodes or something like that. Then I'm like, nah, something.
Okay. All right. I didn't fall for it. I'm the only one. I'm the best. All right.
Okay, so 22 is technically not an anime, but it's an anime movie. But
No, you make your own rules for your list. I don't have any in mind because I've seen enough anime movies to make literally a top 50. So for me, it's different, but I respect it. I love it.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen that many because it's not even my favorite anime movie, but I just included it in the anime.
Yeah.
Strangely enough. Because I don't know. I just felt like it deserved to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Sword of the Stranger, just raw. Just pure rawness and swag. Namashi is so cold. And the Chinese dude, Lin, that's his name, right? Lin, I think. He was so raw too. And I like how he like he was weirdly like honorable and he was like really cool. Like for a villain, like there wasn't like no super stakes in this show. I mean this movie. It was just 2 hours. It was straight to the point. Both the main villain and the anime were raw, and the last fight is one of the greatest fights I've ever seen.
Yo, No Name versus thing was so good. The choreography was crazy. Shout out to Roger Chase. my fake mortal enemy.
So that's why that's all here.
Like him. That shit was so funny. All right, keep going.
And then for manga, it's Twin Star Exorcist. Lizard kind of already touched on it. But the thing that caught me, because I just want to talk about the beginning real quick. The thing that caught me on Twin Star Exorcist was the fact that Rokuro, just the way he kind of hit Bino with like, you really want to be like the best exorcist, but you like suck. Like you're not good. Like you really trying to out here doing this and you fight it. And they're just like his emotions and just like how he was just super traumatized. Like, cause I completely understood it. Like if I was like trying to be the best at something and like all my friends died because of it, you think I would want to go do it again? Like, no.
Do it for fun.
And just their romance is just super organic. And like and then Yuto, the main villain, he's getting up there for me. It's still a lot of time. It's still a lot of time, but he's getting up there. I kind of liked him a little bit more before I see his backstory. Cause I just like sometimes I just like villains who are just bad for the sake of being bad. Like don't give me no reason his parents sucked and all. Like no, he's just a dickhead. Like he's mean. The fact that he's fighting his own flesh and blood and turning people into things like Bleach, like hollowification type shit. That's what he's doing out here. That's raw for a villain. So Blizzard already touched on that, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Nah, that shit raw to me.
All right.
That's not Bleach. Anyway.
Hit you with my 21. We gotta talk about my boy Sinbad. Big dick.
This guy.
So as a huge, a lot of the reasons why I really like Maggie was really because Bleach OST goated. Yeah, I mean I'll give it that much. But I like the Arabian Nights tales. Like we studied that in high school and I really enjoyed it. So I kind of like seeing the little Japanese take on it, just like with the djinns and whatnot and all this stuff. Like Adventures of Sinbad, if you guys know the story and everything. So it's just like getting to see this weird kind of Japanese take on it with the female mangaka also. I just loved it. And like I think it was the Battle Bad arc, whatever. Like I think one of the first times I ever really enjoyed politics in something that wasn't really fully about politics, because them trying to find a way for like them to come into democracy, this and that and the other, it was just crazy. I just thought it was great. Now I can never pronounce this, something blue steel, but listen,
Arpeggio?
I only watched this because I thought the animation was like weird, and I'm like, I want to see how it works. It works. That shit was fire. Like your ship girls, basically like this the thing called the Fleet of Fog, or like this dangerous naval like military might that's stopping people from being able to import stuff, yada yada yada. So the main character in his ship, which is a submarine too, has to go around and like fight them and whatnot, get some of them to his side, whatever. And like the fights were going in, and then when I watched the movie that takes place after, I was so shocked that I thought it was gonna be so ass. I'm like, why is this movie just as good, if not better, than the anime? Like, why is this series had no right being this good? I'm supposed to just watch it, be like, haha, it's kind of funny, cool, and then nope, I was hooked. That shit was hitting all the way through. So I highly recommend it. You probably all know.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch that then. Or read it or whatever.
I think it's 12 episodes. Then there's the one movie, if I remember correctly.
Okay, cool.
So for me, 21 for manga I had Kingdom, and then for anime I had Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think everybody know why both series are fire. I think the only complaints I might get are why they're so low. Honestly, when it comes to Kingdom, I read the histories. So like in terms of histrionics, like I'm good. Like I know what's up. I know how it goes. I know the story.
Oh, nah. And how dare you literally the living jokes when people say go Google Kingdom.
and in the second situation, when it comes to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the reason that's so low is because in my mind it's a series that mandatory you have to see at least twice in order to really appreciate it. You can't watch it once and be like, if that was good or whatever it is. Like you need to see it twice in order to like get the full like quality of the series.
And last said when he catches you at Robin, you're done because he a Kingdom stash. So you come for you say, I know history.
I read the books, my guy. There's a difference.
He not having it.
Everybody's mad, yo. That's crazy.
We're only on 21. Oh my god. Yo, speak on it, Lizard, right now. Do it.
21. Golden Time. I think it's my favorite romance anime of all time. It's just like they're like the main two couple, the way they get together and how the romance develops, just great. And then like the side characters and their the way the anime handles the side relationships are also great, but just like the main relationship that I really love.
I just out of high school.
Yeah, college. That was like it's like Golden Time was one of the like I watched it some time ago.
Yo,
And, like,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no anime, like no romance anime, and not in high school, but in college, it was just like that's really what part of sparked my interest. And then Golden Kamuy is just what can I say?
Go.
His his love Ainu culture, the way he just like all the way he like his love for it and the way he expresses it throughout the manga is great. The MC, both MC Sugimoto and Aspira are both great. The villains are great.
Hina.
Yeah, villains are great, and like the amount of references he has to a bunch of things. Like I don't think I would have picked it up if it wasn't for translators like pointing out there's like these so many references that he makes, and just a great read.
Absolutely big agree because this, you know what? Well, I'll get there when I get there. Let me not say it now. All right, Vince.
All right, 21, Neon Genesis, the original 90s
I love how
version.
you specified 90s version. I fuck with you.
Yeah, because this new Netflix shit and some of that other shit, not it. Original 90s version, go watch it. None of that Netflix. Go find the original 90s version and watch it. Yes, the last episode is a crapshoot because they ran out of money. And some of the episodes look like your computer froze. But that shit raw, the aesthetic raw, the characters raw. You know why you there. Anyway, we can move on. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Neon Genesis all day. They're raw.
I appreciate that though for different reasons.
21 Air Gear.
Hey,
I think I'm so into Air Gear because I've never seen anything like what they did. First of all, I love Sonic Riders. I'm a big fan of Sonic Riders. I know most people fuck Nintendo, and I don't necessarily disagree.
First of all, it's still Sega, so
okay, I feel that there. But I love Sonic Riders, so something to see a show and a manga about it was so raw.
That didn't remind you of Jet Set Radio?
Huh?
That didn't remind you more of Jet Set Radio? That's why I watched it. I thought it was like Jet Set Radio, the anime. It was going around tagging shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got into that like later though. You probably seen that way earlier than me. So, but yeah, now that you bring that up, yeah. But no, I just thought it was so raw how it started out, and then they started fighting. The art got really crazy, and I'm like, yo, this mad raw. Like
my Queen Ohm.
Yes, you just got like this is something I feel like we're starting to get into the range now where I think you need to go see this. If you haven't read this, go read it. It's not what you think. It is something that like I just feel like if you give it a chance, you'll really enjoy it because it's crazy.
Shout out to John Ohama. If you know, you know. And shout out to Oh Great because he's also doing the Monogatari manga artwork. So shout out to Oh Great. I fuck with you for that. All right, we got 20 at 20. This is crazy.
Okay, we sped through. I kept it short. Now I got to start talking.
All right. So 20, I got Tosagari Otome no Amnesia. This is like a story with like of a ghost in love with like some guy in school. I can't even remember it that clearly, but I do remember where it really got me was when we got to the backstory of how this character died and we dove into that just hit me in the feels and the way it all wrapped up. Great. I loved it. I like it. Beck, don't shoot me. The manga is better. Absolutely. And it actually finishes what happens. I'm not going to deny that. But I can't hear it. I need to hear I'm meant to hit in America. I can't hear that shit. I need to hear it. It's music. Like everything.
You don't want to just see the light shining around him.
No, like I want to see the feeling, the euphoria of the music. I want to hear that shit. I want to hear what's up. I need to hear that shit, bro. Like, come on. Oh yeah, something about Bomba Head. That opening is fire for Tenjo Tenge, whatever. I hate that show in manga though. But it's hitting. All right, Alan. Maybe 20.
So for manga at 20, I had Claymore.
Hey.
And then for anime, I had
Let's go!
Until Mirror out.
So like
I'm a
Claymores, they were
Claymore
just really
merchant.
damn good. All right, like it's one of those series that like it stays with me. I think my biggest problem is that like I got to the end of it and I was just like I didn't understand this ending that well, so I have to go back and do a reread. But I want to forget. Like I want to try to forget as much of it as I can so I can like reappreciate all the stuff that happened because so much.
Don't worry, I'm
is
going
really
into
nice.
death when it's my turn. Don't
No,
worry about it.
but the real problem with that series is that once they get to the northern campaign, like that is firmly rooted in my mind as like so much fire, you
Okay,
know.
when they fought the dude, the Leo, whatever guy, and he
That's
murked.
yo,
Like,
Ricardo
that's the
went
one
in,
thing
bro.
I
Like that
remember
man
so
folded,
clearly.
and then Isley shows up.
Yo,
Anyway,
Yeah, they were. He was folding dudes. They were folding people in the north. People bodies were flying that day.
bro, that's
Nothing.
what,
There was nothing to joke with.
it was so good, so good. Bungo Stray Dogs is up here though because I picked it the anime over the manga because in terms of like sheer aesthetic, the anime is significantly better.
Oh, okay.
Like the manga does has a more gritty like style and it fits kind of, but I find that like the polished quality of like what goes on in the anime and honestly the combat sequences are unreal good. It's unbelievable to me. And just catches a good stream. Like we're at season 3 now and it's still ongoing. Like it's fire.
Oh my god, that should make me laugh. You see what that man said about Claymore? That is Dyke Berserk. That is wild. You can't do that. Don't say that.
Yo, that's
Yeah,
completely different. Yo, that's
he
not
can say what he wants.
the
That
same.
shit more raw than
I'll talk about Berserk. We'll get there.
Claymore's better to me. All right, let's do 20.
So 20, it's Psychopaths, like same, pretty much. I like first season more than second season, and that's just pretty much why it's on my list. And Zatchbell, this is like I had to change my list last minute because I just finished Zatchbell like earlier this week.
Yep, book club out. Let's go.
And it was just fire, like just like a shonen battle shonen, but the way the fights and like the way they progress, and it just hit. That's just all I can say. Just read it though.
Facts.
Till this day, still has one of my favorite anime moments of all motherfucking time. Okay?
Oh wait! You gotta tell. You can't just say that. And not
First of
tell
all,
me. What is it?
first one is the Palco Fagora song.
They got so many great songs. I love the Victory Beat shit. I love that nigga, bro.
Like Catch My Heart, Patty Melon, Patty Melon. That shit has me fucking weak. I love Zatchbell. It's probably my top 40 for sure, but damn, as long as I live, I will never forget him just singing that song. It's like Parco Parco. He throw his fucking CD that shit.
Yes, bro. That man, he's the bad, bro.
But and the way he hit the spin, like the way his legs were like animated, that shit was so funny, dog.
Yeah, they were so out of line with that.
Yeah, all right, Vince, go ahead.
Oh shit. Okay. So 20 anime,
Yeah.
Madoka Magica.
Okay.
I love Madoka Magica because I went on. This is when they had the original Netflix, the original one on Netflix.
Uh-huh.
This is like I don't know, around 2014. I was really bored, and I've seen everything else on Netflix because I just went through their whole catalog of anime.
Yeah.
I was avoiding the show for the longest. I was like, looks like some cutesy girly shit, and I was dead wrong. I was so wrong. I watching the anime, and this shit is just a complete deconstruction of the magical girl genre.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a sucker for shit that's a deconstruction of things. So like the fact that like this fucking cute animal is fucking one of the rawest villains of all time. That nigga raw, cause he cute and he just evil. And then my favorite character died in episode 3. I was crushed. I was sad. I couldn't watch the anime for 4 days. I was sad. I was just like, bro, they did not just do that.
That's crazy.
And then I seen all the other ones, and I just love the characters. I love what the story's trying to tell you. Like, hey, like, you know, like y'all really got like middle school girls fighting to save the universe. But by the way, they suffering big time. Like you don't just get powers and you don't have consequences. Things happens when you get power. I think that's like a more realistic, you know, just kind of thing on power. Like you just don't get power and friendship and this, that, and the other. Because I kind of hate that trope. Sorry, I'm not. Maybe I'm too sinning. Maybe I'm too dark, too edgy.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I'm not a big fan of friendship things. So.
All right, speak on freezing.
Freezing. Listen, harem. The girls are raw. I honestly, controversial take. If this guy didn't suck at writing his plot, this shit would be better than Attack on Titan. You give Izara this story, this shit better than Attack on Titan.
You know,
They're
serious
better.
he clapping in the background.
They are raw. These girls are fighting for their lives. They are beating the fucking shit out of each other. My only problem with this series is too, like, as much as I love seeing, like, you know, sometimes we all like seeing a big titted girl and shit like that. This nigga got way too much sexual shit in this manga. It was kind of gross. As much as raw as these girls are, and as like as beautiful as they are, because I think they're some of the most beautiful girls in manga.
Chapter 2.
Hey, that's fine.
My turn.
But they're raw.
Let me take you way back. OG Hemmings.
OG. Oh, he got okay. He got the Ergo too, and Rama.
Rama 1/2. First manga I ever collected. I got all 36 volumes. I'm a Rumiko Takahashi stan. She's part of my manga origins. Inuyasha, that the one with Lum, Urusei, Yatsura, the fuck it's called, Manzoni Koku, all of that. Okay. Rama 1/2, just love it. Romantic, comedy, gold, martial arts, everything. Shout out to my boy Ryoga. Always lost. Zoro copied in. I'm joking. Yeah, this shit was funny. Like, my man who just kept going into all kinds of different springs of drowned whatever to become this amalgamation of all kinds of different animals. It's so good. It was just great. And Ergo Proxy we spoke about earlier. I like it for the ending when they're kind of really dove into some of the psychological stuff. And I just really like Rael May. Like, I could just literally watch her do nothing and have a great time.
Yeah, facts. She's so beautiful. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Alan?
So for manga, I had Aku no Hana, or Flowers of Evil. And for anime, I had Gundam Wing.
Yep.
Aku no Hana, if you haven't read it, is like, it starts super strange and it doesn't stop being strange.
Yeah, that whole shit's just weird. It was like a drug.
It's wildly psychological. Like, it's
if you know what Les Fleurs du Mal, you good.
If you like, because that's what it is. Like, it's a callback to that kind of stuff, right? Where like the eroticism of it, like the dark themes that go into it. It discusses a lot about like just like human qualities in general, and it does a really good job of doing that without like so many words, you know, being put to it, right?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like, reality is more about feeling than it is about like what you're actually seeing, right? And I think that it grasps that like perfectly. Gundam Wing is actually my origin on why I like mechas. Like, when I was growing up, it was the first like Gundam that I watched. It was the first mecha series that I saw. I was like, yo, this is big fire, because it's just 5 guys, you know, jumping in their mechas and just throwing down. But it wasn't like how Power Rangers or like that other stuff is, because there's like, they don't have that level of unity between themselves, and it's because of their like political alliances and really their own thoughts on like war and how that should be handled, and diplomacy and so on. So you've got
they
guys
had the rawest
like
Gundams, bro.
Because that's what it is, really. Like, I mean that's part of it too. But it's like, you got guys who are like pacifists and they're still piloting, you know, and they do their own things. Yeah. And then you see other guys who are like, nah, we're here and we're starting wars, like the big warmongers. And
what's good, Afro Mingo? Credit money. What's popping?
So Gundam Wing is
Gundam Wing was good when I ended up finally getting around to it. I enjoyed it.
It's actually like the formula too, because they go on to do stuff like 00 and like all that other stuff is just callbacks to when they had those 5 guys from before.
All right, Lizard.
19. So 19, Parasite the Maximum anime is a really good psychological anime, and I love the relationship between the like Shin and Shinichi and Migi, like his right hand, and the way that Shinichi how his character changes is just amazing for me to watch. And Space Brothers, I really love, like, space is one thing I really love. So manga in space is just gonna have me hooked. That was just my interest was thing. I was way more interested.
It's really good. I have not read it in a really long time. I've only read Parasite though. I never watched it.
Yes, and then just like seeing in Space Brothers, seeing the way the like main character, like like his goal, like it's just gradual, but when he reaches his goals, it's way more rewarding for me. Like it's not like he speeds through everything. He has to work hard. He has to like train. He has to do everything just to prepare.
Mm.
And then when you get to it, it's just great. I highly recommend it. But yeah,
Vince, 19.
All right, so for 19, Tanya the Evil. I fucking love this
Hey.
warmongering lowly. Nah, don't give me that.
That's not
Warmongering
fire.
lowly raw.
No, Howard likes it. I didn't even.
That's a big fire.
I was gonna hate, but I don't want to make this longer than it needs to be.
Okay, you can tell me off screen or whatever, but I still need to read the light novel because I'm really interested in that because I just love her battle with God and them touching on other things and other stuff. So, and then for 19, Velvet Kiss. I don't know how many of y'all actually know what that is, but it's a sex manga. It's not that long. It's pretty decently short compared to most manga. And it's just like I just really like the story. I just like the way it developed and I like the way it ended. It's pretty cookie cutter.
Yeah. All right, Smallville the gold, man. Stop it, boy. Yo, listen, I watched Smallville so many times, Trent. You understand? Like, oh man, I love that shit. All right, 18, Onitama and Silver Spoon. We already spoke about Silver Spoon a little earlier, but this is my favorite. What's her name again?
Arakawa.
My favorite. That's my favorite series from her. I love it. I just had a great time reading it and watching it. I like the anime a little bit more. Onitama is one of those things where this sheer concept of what it's about is hilarious. So, like, long story short, I'm not gonna even dive into what happens. This guy's like a chronic masturbator or whatever, and he's just taking a piss, and demons and angels are fighting, and Lucifer gets sealed into his ball sack. If he nuts, Lucifer will come out and destroy the world. So they send all these like sucky mind demon at him and shit, trying to make him nut, and that's the whole story. Like, trying to get him.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yeah, they're trying to make him come to that. Like this shit. Like,
this is crazy.
It sounds crazy. I know what I'm saying. It sounds crazy, but it's so funny. It's so good.
Yeah, highly entertaining.
You have to. Yeah, it's done. It's completed too. So it is what it is. All right, Alan, go.
All right. I mean, it's 11 o'clock. So this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Is I'm just gonna cover 18, and that's it for me. I'm headed out.
Actually, no. Run through yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So in at 18, I've got for manga Bloody Monday, and then for anime it was One Punch Man. I think everybody knows what One Punch Man is. Like, if you don't like One Punch Man, then something's strange about you. Still,
I'm not trolling. Fire. I swear to God, I promise.
It's good, yo, chill. But yeah, Bloody Monday. I think like it's got 3 seasons, and really really well done. Gorgeous artwork, incredible story. Like, they handled themselves well. I just like sprinting through this. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's fucking fire.
Yeah, you going full sprint, bro.
So for at 17 for manga, it's Imawa no Kuni no Alice, which means Alice in Borderland. And for anime, it was Code Geass. For Alice in Borderland, if you haven't seen it, it's like pseudo isekai, but they end up in a world where like there's literally nobody. And they just have to fight, like they have to play life or death games, and whoever collects like 52 of these like regular playing cards from each of these like death games, they might get a chance to leave and go back to their own world. But all the games are like super chopped, super difficult, and like a bunch of people die all the time. When it comes to Code Geass, like it's pseudo mecha, and it's also like the supernatural aspects of like Death Note fused into one. So like if you enjoy Death Note, you'll definitely like this series. But yeah, it's this young guy who's like he's a prince, but he's also a political prisoner, and so he's in Japan despite the fact that he's prolific and whatever. And so he eventually ends up becoming like the leader of a revolution, and that becomes a really big thing. And at 16 for manga, I picked Jujutsu Kaisen.
Juju on the beat.
Yikes.
And for anime, it's Mob Psycho 100.
Hey, big respect for that.
So Jujutsu Kaisen, it's new. I'm actually like very much enjoying the art style, and it's actually the first time in a while that I've seen an MC who's like using his hands instead of using a sword in a series that like uses spiritual powers and stuff. It's very different, and it's about the hands for once. Like that's really my draw on it. That's the only thing I care about. The fact that he uses his hands and that's it. He doesn't need weapons. For Mob Psycho, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If you've seen Mob Psycho, you know it's fire. Like it's from the same guy who did One Punch Man. Like,
you know, and it's better.
And there it is. And there it is.
Oh, there you go. There they go.
Okay. Chill. So for 15, for manga, it's Liar Game. And for anime, it's Bacano.
That low for you? I'm surprised.
Honestly, Liar Game used to be way up there, but like it started falling off for me because like while the story itself is really good and the art style is really gorgeous, like super minimalist, really well put together, I started, I don't know, man. Like when you get to the ending of it, like it feels like it starts dragging a little bit in my mind, at least, right? Because when they start getting the chair stuff, then that's already very like convoluted. Unless you're like really paying attention, then or you're reading in one shot, then you're kind of struggling to like remember. Oh yeah, this person did this person did that. This is where the chairs are hidden. You know, that's why this works, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so because of that, like if you're not paying attention, then it makes it a little bit challenging for other people. So like I'm struggling to remember the exact context of like how it ended for myself. Like it's still really good. I had it like way higher on the list last year, but like that's the only reason why. It's a gorgeous like psychological series though, and really beautifully planned out. Because she took like big breaks between each arc. Like she would take a year or two off, and she would plan the entire thing, and then she would write it like whatever it was, like week to week.
Mm-hmm.
Bacano is just amazing. It's the story is told disjointed and really out of order. But what's amazing about it is that like you've got a bunch of people who are immortal. And it's just like how their lives have been like spread out and like what is going on in them post immortality. It's like there's a mafia gang there. There's a lot of like fighting going on. There's a lot of like political demons there too. It's really well thought out, but you've got to be paying attention because if you don't, you're gonna just lose yourself in like the different timelines.
Get the 10, Alan, and you can go. I know you have to sleep. You have work in the morning. I'll cover the rest for you. I got you.
Sounds good. I appreciate that. For 14 manga, it's Seven Deadly Sins. For anime, it's Children of Whales. Seven Deadly Sins, I think, is super popular. Everybody knows Seven Deadly Sins.
But why is it still there? That's all I want to know.
Wow, don't be like that, yo.
He's right. Done, yo. He's right.
Done. Like I'm actually like I'm excited to see where the Arthur stuff is gonna come in, yo. It's gonna be interesting a little bit still. It's got my attention. And all, like it's just the knights, you know, the knights of the round without the full round table there yet.
You're a stickler for it.
Thank you. Children of Whales, I think everybody should watch. Okay, like that shit is on Netflix and it is gorgeously animated. It is unreal, like the level of animation that they got going on in that. The French inspirations are ridiculously on point. Like it is just like a joy to watch, and frankly, the abilities of people are very cool. Like the world itself is very nuanced and very nice. I think anybody who watches it will like it. But
Chad wants to they're not about that.
Why did they do this? Yeah. Why did they do this to me? So I end at 13 for manga. It's Bambino.
Let's go.
We're chefing it up, all right? We're chefing it up.
You want to see real cooking.
And for anime, it's JoJo. A Diamond is Unbreakable. The reason that so Bambino, if you haven't read it, is a series about this young guy who recently decides that he wants to become a chef, and he ends up going to this place. I believe it's Roppongi in Japan, and he's there like he comes in and he sees that everybody's like kind of lazing around and whatever, and it seems like a very relaxed environment. Then night service starts and suddenly everybody's like up and it's like go fast, go quick, do all this stuff, and like this kid is like he starts like hyperventilating almost because he can't keep up with the pace. Everybody's moving so fast, and the guys who have been there a long time, they just start whipping things at him because work faster. Why are you so fucking slow? Right? Like it's unbelievable. But that's really how it is when you go to those high-end kitchens, right? Like when you step into those kind of places, that's the environment. And the way that they catch that is gorgeously done.
The Food Wars out
together. Nah, it's not the same, yo. Food Wars doesn't respect the reality.
It is.
Diamond is Unbreakable, bro. Nah, you put me on to JoJo. You know what it is. I think everybody knows what it is. Yeah, like, let's just be real.
You guys remember when I got into JoJo, there was nothing else you guys were allowed to do. You could only read and watch JoJo. Nothing else.
He wouldn't hear anything else. It was crazy. It was a different time. But yeah, Diamond is Unbreakable actually, like, because I'm not like fully caught up with all this stuff. Like I'm just like a little bit behind on the manga for 5. Like, but I watched the anime, so I guess I'm sort of caught up there. But yeah, like I enjoyed the 4th one the most because it's got my favorites, you know. So at 12, it's a Hajime no Ippo for manga and Violet Evergarden for anime.
Hey, Violet Evergarden.
So Hajime no Ippo, like we're over, what is it, 1,200 chapters?
Yes, sir.
Boxing, my guy. All right, throwing the hands. All right, every day. That's what we're here for.
Every day. Let's go. Like the way that was worded.
And with Violet Evergarden, I think it's one of those series that is just again super aesthetic, super beautiful. And it just kicks, like, I kid you not, every episode just kicks you in the feels. Like I'd walk into each episode, I'd be like, yo, this time they won't do that to me, and they still do it. I'm like, damn it, why do I love this series so much? But I'm crying, you know, like it's not good. And so in 11 for manga, it's Berserk, and for anime, it's Death Parade.
Hey, man, damn, kind of sad you gotta leave.
I know, I'm sorry. So I think that everybody's a little bit cheesed with Berserk because like it's still ongoing, and God knows when the next chapter is gonna come out. It's really dragging my guy.
Only God knows.
But this is the thing. Like I respect the fact that like the detailing that he does in his work is unreal. So it's like, all right, you know, I can accept a little bit of that. I can give him some leeway. And really, my issue is that like I think what it is that when you start out, it's just a big guy swinging around a huge ass sword, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And so there's nothing really tying you to the character until the eclipse, because after you see that stuff, the black mark that he gets on the back of his neck is the black mark you got on your soul, you see? So, so now
you need to write that on a quote. I'm putting that on my wall.
So now you're linked to the MC, and now you guys have a shared experience that is horrifying and ties you together, right? Now we're best friends.
No, I'll tell you more. I wish you were here longer because I would talk about that way more.
Oh,
but,
so I'm sorry.
You're all good. We'll talk about it later date.
I just want to say, with regards to Death Parade,
sorry, you talk about Death Parade already or no?
I just want to say like one quick thing with Death Parade. Again, beautifully animated. Each episode self-contained. Very short, very to the point. The music is fire. Everything about it fire. All right. The Death Billiards, I think, was the original movie that like spawned the anime.
Yes,
that too is also big fire.
It was part of that the Animator Expo something. I can't remember what it was called, but that came out and we were like, this was it. Remember, we were hit. We were on that early.
Dude, it's just unreal, like how beautiful it is, right? And the stories are so touching, right? Like everything about it is just really well handled. Like I don't think that there's anything to not like about Death Parade.
All right, sir. Go to bed. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, Chad. I appreciate it.
All right, later.
Please come back. Don't disappear for 2 months.
I'm sorry. All right.
Let me not. All right.
Please behave yourself. All right, I'm leaving. Okay. Take it easy. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right.
Peace.
So
now we're a trio now.
So low key, I'm not about to go through his entire list because
you are.
So what I'm going to do is relax. I'm going to post it in the chat so you can go through the rest of it. So the link there is to his blog. So just go through the rest of his list. I mean, I could just run through it real quick. I'm not going to even, All right. So he had, I don't know what the fuck this is. ACCA 13.
Don't know what that is.
You got some Gantz. Gantz. Yep. Gantz was cool. I like Gantz a little bit.
It's the worst and best manga I've ever read.
Shiro Bako was like kind of like the
Bakuman
of like
anime.
Sidhu was okay, pretty cool. I don't mind that. Barakamon, obviously we spoke about that earlier a little bit. Ballroom, the ballroom dancing one. I haven't read that. So that's
they be stepping. They be looking crazy too.
Yeah. No, man. This blah blah be the beginning. Oh, that's the one from Netflix.
He has that high. Shocked. I need to speak up on that.
One Piece at 6. That's wrong.
That's too high, right?
No, shut up. You got Kiss Knife for Anime 5, The Promised Neverland. I know how much they The Promised Neverland, so I know that's gonna high. Your line April.
Oh my god, he has Your Lie in April on this list. I hate that anime.
Durara, I know that's a lot. He loves Durara. We love that too. I love
We love Durara. He got Taya Evil 1.
Taya's thing, yeah. He loves that, and he has Crows at second and Worst at first. And he's lucky he's not here because I was going to fight him about this. Because Crows is better. I'll run through all the pictures real quick so you guys can get some visual. But just go through his blog. Like you can see the link here. Like go through it and see it and like read the shit. See, I know this is this. I might read this just because it's the name title is kind of raw.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yo, man, this shit's so good, man. Naru, what's up? Yeah. This is what it looks like. A nice one. It looks like. Okay, be the beginning.
Man, I gotta rewatch that. I must have missed something that he has it that high. Isaiah Goat, Isaiah Oriara.
He loves this China the evil shit. I don't like it. He loves it. We fight about this all the time.
I love it too, Sid. I mean, I'm not gonna fight with you though.
Gigants. This dude. Oh shit, that girl looks fire.
Bro, they be looking crazy in the manga though. All you gotta do is look up the panels. They be looking real crazy.
One Piece, the goat. Oh no, Shueisha's about to get me.
R.I.P.
Surprised he has that high too.
Kill. Shout out to my boy Haramichi right there. Crows and Worst. All right, there you go. Now where were we at? Cause we were far. Oh god, we far behind.
18. We on 18.
God damn.
We're on 18, man.
Okay. I got 18? No, we're on 17.
We're on 18.
Oh yeah, because doing me and Vincent have to go, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we're on 18.
Okay, so Hunter x Hunter 2011. That's just pretty self-explanatory.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Don't start with them, bro. You're bad.
And then Pluto, I'm just like a Urasawa like stan. I'm a Urasawa merchant. Any series, and just like I have four spoiler. I have like 4 series on here by him, upwards from here on out. And Pluto is just like my least favorite, but it was still amazing. Like just like the mystery, the way he writes mystery is just stunning. And yeah.
Vince,
Right. Man, I don't want to be here all night, so 18 Toradora, go watch it. I love it. Great romance series. The characters are great. The romance is 2 people, you know, they love different people and then they grow to love each other. Anyway.
Tiger though. I'm sorry, I hate her.
No, understandable.
I like the series though. It's good. It was cool.
18 Lizard already talked about Zash Bell. Zash Bell raw. I just want to say one thing on the character development. Mm-hmm. He does some of the best character development in 3 to 5 chapters than some people do in their entire manga.
You don't have to rush back. just say what you have to say. Don't worry about it. I'm just scared that One Piece is gonna come out while I'm doing this because then I'm a live react midstream. I promise. I'll stop what we're doing.
Do it for one deal.
I'm just trying to get to the top 10.
Yeah, I got you.
We get to top 10. We can talk about it.
You still didn't do. Is it that's okay? So mine is EB2 for the manga. Project Eiko for the anime. Project Eiko is another old ass OVA series that I like. Super powered regular high school girl. She said she's regular. She's not. With Siko and Biko, and they just go around doing a bunch of shit. What is entertaining? And Eiko got hands. She'll put you down. She'll fuck you up. EB2 is by the same creator as mangaka as Sandome and Eats whatever. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember his name right now. I want to say it's Okaba. I'll look it up in a second. But yeah, how old are you? You 45? Yeah. 48. Yeah. So with these series, he likes to do these relationships where like the girl kind of is this dominant and like torture the main character like beta male in this weird way, and I always enjoy seeing what it does.
I don't disagree with that type of relationship.
It does something to me. So I'm 45 on the inside. On the inside, I'm clean 68. Yeah, I'm 26. All right, Lizard 17.
17. Wait, let me. Yeah, 17 is Mob Psycho. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
In Mob Psycho, it's just. I mean, it's a better series by 1, obviously.
Yep.
Mob is just amazing. The way he grows, the animation is just like bones flexing.
Reagan goat.
Yeah, Reagan is amazing. And yeah, and then Vagabond. I just love historical manga. I'm just gonna be honest. Like history is one thing I have a really big interest in, and like something like the retelling of one of the most famous samurai of all time. It's just amazing, and it's a great completed manga. But and yeah.
All right, I feel you. Yeah, Mob Psycho was really good. Did Vince mute so?
Yeah, I'm here. 17, Fate Zero. I mean, I know y'all don't like the Fate animes, but I really like Fate Zero. I don't really care for Fate Stay Night.
It was good. No,
Okay, I don't really like. Yeah, I don't like the Fate Stay Night ones at all. But Fate Zero was really good, and it made me interested in the Fate Zero. I watched Fate Stay Night first. Let me say that. I watched the 2006 one first before the other ones came out, and then I saw Fate Zero, and I love Fate Zero, and I thought the rest of them would be like that. They weren't. But Fate Zero was
man. That's what we need from you. Plug up.
Yeah, that's I'm trust me. I plan to get into it.
King's episode where all three kings speak is my favorite episode.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
And 17, Vinland Saga. The anime's out now, so you can watch that too if you want to. It's a revenge story. I'm a big fan of medieval stuff. Anything medieval, Lord of the Rings is my favorite franchise ever, and this is a revenge story, and it's really good. But when I say I wanted a Viking manga, this is not what I meant.
That was so hilarious.
Still really good though.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's not one of my favorites. It's been a while though. All right, 16. Molester Man, Chicken Otoko again. I know it sounds crazy. Molester.
I still gotta read this.
What are you doing, Emmings? What's good with you? Listen, it's really good, endearing love story that it just starts out with a misunderstanding of someone thinking dude's gonna get molested, and that the way that the girl acts is really how women be acting sometimes. Like I felt him man's pain. Like it's really like this. Like they be tripping. That was so good. I was so engaged. I believe it's the same mangaka as the one who did Oni Master Kurosawa, right?
Yeah,
I think the artist. There was the artist of when Oni Master Kurosawa wrote this one.
Okay, something like that. I gotta. What's up, Naya? What the fuck? Listen, man. I promise. I know I sound crazy, but it's good. Now, Nagiasu. Oh, I love the aesthetic. It's just the aesthetic of the ocean and the blue tint, the blue like highlight filter. What the fuck? Overlay. There we go. It's so good. The opening, the ebb and flow opening is really good. And for me, it's like a love triangle. That's kind of like not it. But something happens halfway through the series with a couple of characters, and then the love triangle becomes almost like a love octagon. But because of the way I can't spoil it. I don't want to spoil what happens in the halfway part. But I love Nagino Asakara. It's so fucking good, bro. It's so good. Watch that shit, man. Go ahead. All right, Lizard, go ahead. Ready to go?
I was on mute. My bad.
I'm on mute because of this dog barking. If you can hear that.
Good.
So anime Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. It's just, I mean, it's the best harem manga adapted by Shaft, and there's no contest.
Yeah, he's lying.
It's just, I love a dark comedy. Like, and like the first scene is just like it's just him attempting to commit suicide.
Wild.
I don't know why. The dark comedy hits. All the girls in there, they have their own shtick. They're all like, and there's a lot of references in this one. It's just like, it's weird though. Like the Shaft magic, if that's what you call it, it's all over this anime.
Mm-hmm.
And then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7, favorite manga part for sure. Mm-hmm. And like just the way, like I love Johnny as a character, and then Tusk. His stand is my favorite stand. Johnny's my favorite character, and any favorite JoJo character of all time.
Oh, brother.
Okay.
Jolene better.
Mid.
President Valentine carried.
Valentine was great though. Top 2 villain.
And Gyro. All right.
Gyro was amazing as well though. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah.
Number 16, Vince.
Claymore anime. We already talked about it.
All right.
16. For manga, I'm sorry, I accidentally put Twin Star Extras twice. The 22 is the right one, so excuse the necessity. 16, World Trigger. I just reread this recently, and I love this way even more than I did the first time. This has some of the greatest team battle aspects like ever to me. Well, in manga, because I can't speak on any other form of medium work. But as far as manga, the team battles are excellent. It's real. Everybody matters. Everything matters. The power scaling's really great. And I love the lore. It's not the best lore on this list, but I love the lore. And I really like Kuma Yuga as one of the main characters. He's my favorite out of 3. It's not even close. I love him as a main character. And I love his design.
Only thing about that I like is the face the main character makes when niggas be lying. So like side pout when they're lying. That's all I like. That's it. That's all I can give you. I'm sorry.
That's good, bro.
We're at the halfway mark. Oh my god. Okay, so the halfway mark is important. This one's funny to me because mine's the exact same as Lizard's, but a little bit higher. I don't know how Golden end up being there. 15 to me is a significant number because if you can crack my 15, you can crack the top 10, which means you have top 5 potential. I only read Golden Kamuy and watched it like this year, and it's already in my top 15. And I don't want to go into all the why we talk about the Ainu history and how it's factual to all kinds of stuff because I be researching while I'm watching, reading like. Yeah, it's bullshit. You make that up. Like, oh, the Ainu. Oh, shit. I bet. Like, he's pretty accurate with some of this historical stuff. So it's really, really good. So I fucking love Golden Kamuy. It's so good. I know y'all was talking about the side of the bear panel. Listen, it's out of context. You have to read it.
Well, even in context.
Should we do this? Damn agenda. Like
agenda. Well, yeah.
And then when it comes to Golden Time, we spoke about it earlier, so I won't go into it. But that ending, oh sweet cherry, that shit fire. That shit is the GOAT. I love this. I love Golden Time. One of my favorite romance anime ever. All right. Go ahead, 15.
Oh yeah, me. So 15 Bakuna. Alan went through it already, but I just love the characters and I love the just I love the characters in it. It's just I don't way another way to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
And Chikan Otoko, if I'm correct, it's probably one of if not my favorite manga, like romance manga of all time. And it's just like this and an anime master. I have to say it in I have to recommend the Japanese name because the moment I say the English name, people can just say no.
Yeah, because I say molester man, and like, all right, you out of here.
And just the way the romance develops, and the way the romance develops throughout, it's like 20 chapters. It's not that long. But, yeah, and the way that it develops is just really satisfying to me.
We're on 15. One Punch Man for me, the superior series. I will fuck what y'all saying. No, it's really close. I really love both of them. But for me, One Punch Man, because like I think there's a lot of subtleties on One Punch Man that gets overlooked. Yes, it is a gag. Yes, Saitama is overpowered, and yes, he is gonna win every fight. Yeah, we all know that. But I just think it's really cool. It's like a slice of life, a comedy, and an action all in one. The anime did it justice. Not the new season, but the original first season.
It wasn't even that bad.
No, it wasn't. Nah, but I haven't watched it, so I can't even speak on it. I read the manga too, and the original webcomic that one does. Still reading that, in fact.
One Punch Man to me is funnier when Saitama was just like worried about groceries and shit and else. I like fighting. I just don't care as much. I'm sorry. It's not interesting to me.
I mean, because you're gonna win every fight. You're gonna win it in one punch. Like, I get it. Trust me.
No, it's like I don't care.
And then for manga, Soul Eater. I love the Soul Eater manga. Yeah. Black Star is one of my favorite characters ever.
No.
And he's even better in the manga.
That the kid is the one.
Fire Force out.
I love both. Okay. Fire Force out. Please stop.
I wanted to have it on my list. I really did. I tried, but it wasn't making the cut. I love Maki. That's all I can say.
I feel I don't like Maka. So.
All right. That's like no, not I don't like her. I don't like her in Soul. I just like Black Star. I love Black Star. Death to Kid was my favorite. I can't remember the black guy's name, but he was my goat. Frankenstein was dope. I like Black Star. Patty and Liz and Patty. There we go. All right, so 14 now. Now we're trying to really hit some of my shit, my goats. Naruto Kawaru. This is BDSM greatness. I love BDS. Get the sub, get the dom. You get the tying her up, get the whip out. You get
you're really doing a bad job for the audience right now.
You got her jeweler. Shit, Rocket. Well, honestly, it's really good because it starts off as a little bit of misunderstanding with like him having the thing for her in the right size, and basically because she's such an honor student, and she's so stressed about always having to do well at school that actually when she fell into this BDSM, it's like a breather for her. It helps her relax so that when she goes back to school or whatever, she's not nearly as stressed when they do the little BDSM thing and they grow apart, but they grow together. Because the main character, Kawaru, he's like the opposite. He's a fucking bum, loser, ugly, right?
Yeah, he ugly as hell.
He's a good dom. So you got to see them like grow together and whatnot. It's really good. It's really endearing. I actually recommend it. I know, I started off with the raunchiness. I mean, I'm here for that, but it's actually really good in terms of character engagement and development.
Man, one of the ugliest main characters ever.
Yeah, he ugly.
It's a good story.
Yeah. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Do I need to explain this at all?
No, you don't. You raw.
Yeah. Like just All right.
Go watch it.
Listen,
please.
So Haikyuu, I mean, it's just I didn't expect a volleyball anime to be this great, but it's just amazing. All 3 seasons slap, and it's just like, watch it if you haven't. Top 2 sports anime of all time.
And it's 2.
That is true.
Slug.
I disagree completely, but that's because y'all see why later.
Oh. And Usugoi, it's just an amazing gambling manga, and the way they the mind games and the battles they play, and then seeing the 3 main characters, well, the 3 of the main focus is Baku, Kaki, I think, or I forgot Kaku. I forgot his name, and then Marco, and seeing how they grow, and then it's just a great gambling manga. Highly recommend it if you like psychological like mind games and shit like that as well.
I gotta get back on that.
All right, so 14 for me is Data Live, Harem Greatness, Harem Goat. Girls are great. Main character out here for the females. Got a good yandere. I got everything I need. Greatness. Okay, we're gonna move on from there because that's just Harem Greatness. Number 14 for me is Rikudo. Boxing. I like it more than Ippo.
Ooh.
Ippo got the better character development, but I like the fights in here better. I like the darker aesthetic because, like I said, kind of like the edginess better, and not just like, Ippo been going for 1,000. And I don't want to spoil nothing, but the stuff that's happened recently was not it for me.
Oh, not it. I don't even read it, and I know it's not it.
Yeah, that shit's not it at all. Really upset about that type of stuff. So. Rikudo it's finished translated, they just haven't translated it. But I love this story.
Haikyuu is GOAT. Haikyuu the best sport anime I watch. I'm not mad at that. That's I wouldn't argue.
No, that's not that controversial. I disagree.
No, yeah, the sort of thing like I don't like I always say, sometimes it's not really an argument if you just listen to what the other person is saying. Like sometimes the other person is not saying something crazy. Like if Vince was like, "Yo, Nas is the greatest rapper of all time," I'm gonna say it's Jay-Z, but I'm about to tell him Nas is trash. Like, what?
No, we agree. Jay-Z.
Okay, there you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, not everything's worth the argument to that degree. So, like, I would say Dino Ace, JCC right here, is the greatest sports manga and anime of all time. But if you say Haikyuu, I ain't mad at you. You're wrong, but so yeah, Dino Ace, we spoke about it earlier. Just as an athlete, as someone who played a lot of sports in high school, I felt like this was one of the greatest representations of the team, the brotherhood, the unity, the discord and dysfunction that happens sometimes. When the fact that you're somewhat competing against each other for playtime and starting time and things, but still you have to be a team and a unit, and actually seeing them practice and grow, lose games, frustration. No one's just like broken, like, yeah, I'm the greatest at this. It's like, no, you can have a good day, you have a bad day. You can have one bad game and it could affect you for 3 games because you're overthinking what you did that one bad game. Like, it captures that psychology so well that I love it. And a lot of sports don't really do that. Like Kuroko, that's not happening. Nigga just going.
I hate Kuroko. I just said that in the comment section. I hate Kuroko so much.
Yeah, so
I hate everything about that anime.
What it is. What's the most mid sports anime to you guys? For me,
Kuroko.
Does Food Wars count?
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
Oh,
sorry.
if Food Wars count, I mean the main character Raw, but no, that shit not it.
Sports, is it?
Is cooking a sport?
So it's a cooking competition at sport.
Poker is a sport, I guess. Cooking could be. I don't know.
Iron Chef. Oh.
I don't know. Okay, so for Ghost in the Shell standalone complex,
Let's go.
even start because I can talk about this for hours and days. But let me tell you, let me just keep it brief. I have seen and watched and read every iteration of possible that exists for Ghost in the Shell. I even watched the Scarlett Johansson movie. I saw it.
I didn't see it.
I just had to do it. Ghost in the Shell Arise of the original manga. The standalone complex is by far the best version of Ghost in the Shell.
Thank you.
Do not even try to argue with me. I will suplex you into the concrete. Thank you. Next.
I mean, Diamond No Ace, Yoli went through that, but I'd just like to add it's top my favorite sports anime of all time. And the way you said pretty much everything, but the way they go in the backstory, the rivals, so we care about them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just it's really hits hard for me. And there's just so many characters that are just from other teams that I really care for, like Raichi.
Yeah, let's go.
And then my second Urasawa manga, 20th Century Boys. It's 20th and 21st Century Boys, really. But the bulk is in 20th Century Boys. And just a great mystery by him.
Yeah, Urasawa doesn't really miss from the field. So I feel you. He's really good. He's salty. He's a really solid category. Vince, I fuck with you for this.
13, Garden of Sinners. I had to include this because this is basically an anime to me. These movies are so goddamn amazing. Just go watch them. Go, please. Just go leave this right now and just go watch them.
You understand? Yo, Karen no Kyokai is so fucking good, bro.
Oh my goodness, so good. And Shiki is one of my favorite characters ever, regardless, male or female, and a top 2 female character for me. I love Shiki.
Understand it might be confusing at first when you watch it. Because I think it's one of those things you need to watch twice. Alan brought it up earlier.
No, you do. You got to pay attention too.
But here's what I think. I say you watch it in its initial order, and then you do the true chronological watch.
I agree with that.
I did, and that's how I got the full picture. I did some Monogatari as well. So,
but Garden of Sinners is raw. You just have to go watch it. It's kind of hard to explain. Go watch it. Super raw, beautiful soundtrack. One of my favorite, musical people ever. Just go. And we're on 13, right? Yeah. One Piece. I don't need to talk about One Piece. Y'all all know what One Piece is. I know y'all feel like, it's kind of low. I don't doubt Oda as the greatest writer. Oda is one of the best writers ever. Obviously, a manga. Did not say. Just for me personally, just some moments in One Piece just kind of boring to me. Just personally. I don't love the Alabasta arc. I don't love Fishman Island. They're good, but I don't love them.
Someone get him out of here. Someone
just me. That's just me, man.
Crocodile's arc? I don't want to hear that. That's my turn.
I love Crocodile, but I don't like the part where they're going back and forth with the rebels, and they're like, are they gonna attack or not? I'm just like, go fucking do it. Just go do it. Let Crocodile win already. God, he already beat this man Luffy twice. But anyway.
Yo, Magic, what a bad man. Take care. All right. What am I on 12? All right. So Girl by the Shore, we've been on Onako. Asano, greatness. This is my favorite series by him. I do like Solomon. I do like Oyasumi Pum Downfall. All the other ones are all really good. This is my favorite one. Just the exploration of these two teens kind of lost. There's one scene that's really wild. That every time I see it, I forget it's in there. That was not it. But they be fucking. It's good. It's one volume. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's a quick, easy read, in my opinion. But
you got Madoka Magica higher than that.
So I got Magic and Madoka. So this is during the time I was like, all these anime are so like Japan hates women. This is not it.
For
some series with a strong, predominantly female cast, and that was good. And this was one of the ones that I watched during that time. And I was like, at first, I'm like, oh god, I don't know about this, but I am not the guy to judge a book by its cover, so I gave it a chance. And yo, like we said earlier, deconstruction of the magical girl genre, and it was great. Homura Kemi is one of my favorite all-time characters ever. What she had to go through,
I feel yeah, she's raw as shit. She a bad bitch.
fucking love her. So we out here.
12, right?
Yeah.
Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju.
What the
It's just
fuck you gonna say to me?
it's just like
Not a spell.
Felt like it.
It's just like about it's a really good drama. It's in two parts. The first season's a flashback of the main character. He meets a master. The first season is a flashback of meeting the master's history, and that's really great. And the second season is about the main character. And, like, one of the strongest aspects of this is just the storytelling, because Rakugo is just like, it's just seated storytelling, so you have to use your words to convey.
Oh, it's that one with that weird storytelling poem shit. Okay, I know what this is now.
Yeah, and then like the voice acting is amazing in this, because you have to convey everything with your voice, and like it's just a great drama as well. So I highly recommend it though.
I respect.
And yeah, Billy Bat my second favorite. I love the history of it, like, and the jumping through time, like just progressing. That's one thing I love about Urasawa's works, as he expands over a long period of time.
Mhm.
And this is a really long period of time, and seeing like the mystery.
Billy Bat's really good.
Yeah.
I got finished though. I don't think I'm done. I don't remember where I was at, but I was enjoying the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
How long is the Rakugo anime?
There's 2 seasons. I think both of them are 13 episodes.
That's long. I'm sorry. What's good, Zach? What's good, Yak? What's going on, man? All right. Go on.
All right. So 12 Prince of Tennis, one of my second favorite sports series ever.
Same.
And yeah, I don't think I need to talk much more. I just love how one of the my favorite aspects of it that I didn't touch on. I just love how arrogant they are. Like they're really arrogant, and I just love that. I don't know why. I don't really like characters that don't believe in themselves and that are kind of like cowardly.
The cockiest 12-year-old I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's so crazy, but I love them for it.
Mm.
And for manga, it's 1 ounce.
Oh.
I'm not gonna talk about it right now because it's spoiler. It's on top of my head.
Okay, yeah, all right. I want to say, like, this is not Brett. That's supposed to be. He mentioned Mirai Nikki. I don't think any of us had that on our list. I don't dislike Future Diary though. I liked it.
No, yeah, I like Future Diary, but it's not in my top.
It's not one of my favorites. All right, so I'm sorry, Vince. I'm sorry. It's a little lower than I like it to be, but I gotta put a good ending at 11.
You know what? I'll take it because you've read a lot of manga. I will take it.
Yeah. So this is just fantastic romance from the start to finish. This stupid blonde girl, she was trifling when I seen in the store with that nigga. I was so mad. Like when I talk about, like, I was so all the way deeply invested. I'm getting mad. I'm punching the air like, fuck these bitches. Like, like I'm so upset. Like, it's good. I know it'll come up later, so I won't go too deep into it. And then now we come to our next Nisio Ishin series. Katanagatari, don't get it twisted, is actually not a part of the Monogatari series. It's separate. This is interesting because this anime came out once every month because each episode was about 45 minutes. There was 12, one for I think each sword for each book, each volume of the anime of the light novel. And when I tell you that this duo right here is crazy good, it's good. The animation is fire. All the characters have really interesting designs, and just you have that classic great Nisio Ishin writing with the dialogue is always super engaging. And then, man, he kind of there's one fight you kind of don't get to see because he did something really fun with it, where it's like you don't even get to see it, you just hear about it, but it's like that was the one you kind of wanted to see the most because of how much build up there was to it. But yeah, this is the third or fourth Nisio series actually that I already mentioned. I think Zade Goto, I had Kyoko, the Forgotten Detective, so it's the third one. Yeah. I slightly have it at, it usually fluctuates from 9 to 11. I only have it at 11 right now because with me finally getting to read the light novel officially, I'm like, damn, I like the light novel so much more than the anime. But Cheerio, Chesto, shit raw. All right.
12 or 10, 11, right? 11.
11. Or 11.
Noragami. It's just I love Yuto as a character, Yukine, and like it's just great. I don't know.
Ishamonten is the woke.
Yeah, all the side characters are amazing, great. They're enjoyable and just enjoyable read. And then One Piece. One Piece is a great
We're
manga.
gonna get killed, bro. We're gonna die.
Truth be told, One Piece is higher. It just dropped.
Oh, brother. This is what it is.
But I just love it.
One Piece can still move up for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not over, so it can get way better. Like even in Wano, but I just love the adventure aspect. I love all the Straw Hats, and yeah, that's just two of my favorite parts.
And y'all talk about Tara, God, that's crazy. I have no webtoons on my list. All right.
No, I don't. You told me to make it strictly manga. So that's what I did.
I didn't say dude. I said I did that.
Okay, well I kept it 100.
All right, 11 for you.
Oh shit! See, now I got thrown off. All right, so 11 for me is Soul Eater, the anime. I really enjoyed the anime, and that's what made me pick up the manga. The ending's not it, but I enjoy the rest of the ride. So even I didn't let the ending deter me too much from the rest of the ride. But I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. 11 for my manga, Battle Angel Alita.
We just speak about one thing real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
From United King, we are looking for him.
You are
Excalibur. And
bro, I love and hate that character at the same time.
Fuck me.
Every time he said "you fool," I started laughing.
I know, but
it's so funny.
Perfect, because he was actually dumb broken. Like the one was actually broken, but he was so fucking annoying. No one wanted to deal with him.
Strongest sword ever. He's so great. I love him. He's amazing. For 11 for me for manga, Battle Angel Alita.
Oh, Akita. Oh shit, you reading that new manga?
I put Akita. I'm dumb. It's Battle Angel Alita. But if y'all haven't noticed, I'm a real sucker for strong women MCs. That's like an instant way to like reach my heart. It just have a woman that's a really good main character that's not all super dependent on tropes and being a romantic interest. That's how you win me over easily. Mm-hmm. But she's just raw. It's I love cyber stuff. I love it more in movies than in manga, because in manga I just don't think it generally translates that well. But this one it does.
That's fair.
It's just super good.
Yeah, Zach, Alita is a manga. The movie's based off that. Yeah.
You didn't know that? They didn't know that.
I remember the first time the trailer came on in the theater. I think we were watching Avengers Infinity War or something. I screamed out, "Hey, why you read the manga? That shit trash." I yelled it so loud in the theater. What's good with you? All right, sorry. Everyone, we're in the top
with you. We're in the top 10 now.
This is serious. All right.
Okay.
This is for real now. We can't do that good. So let me start with Hetakoi, my dude, Grandpa, my boy. That's my man right there. Another great adult love story. I don't even know what to say. Just like for me, for a romance, I just need to be really engaged when the drama hits. You know, usually at one point with the love interest, they drift apart, this and that, and the other.
Yeah,
have some other interim love triangles and shit like that going. I think it just has all of those things at a very high level. Just to me, I was just a bit more engaged with this one in good ending, because Grandpa just reminds me a little bit more of me than like a guy from Good Ending. I'm not really like him at all in any capacity. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Index, Railgun, Accelerator. I
haven't watched it. Is it really that good? Now I'm interested.
Yeah, the whole Index universe. But we talking about anime strictly though. The Railgun portion was my favorite, because the Sisters arc that ties into Accelerator is one of my favorite anime arcs of all time. So and Misako Mikoto is one of my favorite characters of all time. That's my Electric Princess. I know the picture that I have here on the left beside Mikasa is the one from the Accelerator anime. But yeah, this is my second favorite light novel series right after Monogatari as well.
Damn, I'm gonna have to check all of that out. Okay, both of these. I've never seen either of these, so I'm gonna have to go check it out.
My Osamatsu-san is just
Hey,
it's just a real I love comedy and just a really funny comedy anime. Like I don't know I don't know if I could say it's for everybody, but it's just like if you want to read watch a great comedy series, just give it a try. And Tetsugaku Letra is just like it's basically a story of this guy like he's just bullied for being like bad at like he just bad at basketball, and he exchanges his basketball shoes with a girl's dancing shoes, and then he just learns how to dance. And the way like he just gets like he sees a girl became a great basketball player, and he uses the courage to become a great dancer. Like I think he learned Spanish dancing, flamenco, and it's just a really great. It's like it's 27 chapters. It's a short read, and it's really amazing.
See, this is what you guys need to really be doing. If you know it's short and it's done, just tell me to read it. I'll read it. I don't want to read anything long, ongoing. Just stop. This is something that I would like to read. Oh, 24 chapters? That's like a I can do this at work while I'm not working. All right, hit me with your
All right, 10 for me. Ghost in the Shell, Sack.
Hey,
Ghost in the Shell, The Major, The GOAT. Go watch it. This is the best version. It's not close. He's the GOAT.
It's
I mean,
not
live action out, but
No, what is wrong with you? I will kill you. Right. All right, but he kind of already touched on Ghost in the Shell. A lot of psychological things. I'm a sucker for psychological stuff.
Yep.
Go watch it. You'll love it. I don't know anybody who don't like Ghost in the Shell. Manga out. Lizard already touched on a little bit. I love this manga. The art, fantastic. The main character, I love them. These gang wars and like the realism. Delinquent manga is becoming a top 2 genre for me. That's why we're gonna read Crows next. Thank you for telling us the correct order. I didn't know any better. I ain't know nothing. You chose the correct order. We dodged a bullet. I appreciate it.
I know Nelly goofy. I can't believe he double did that to you. And then Simi just laughing in the background.
Yeah. I really hear this, man. But I love Out. Y'all should go read it. It's still ongoing.
If
It's
Kingdom
like-
isn't in your top 3, then we can't be friends. All right, that's cool.
Damn, that's crazy. I guess we're not friends.
You know what I'm saying? Kingdom. Alan had Kingdom in his, so you good. All the Mushishi had. I like Mushishi, but it's not one of my favorites. Sorry, go ahead. Let me cut you off.
No. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. I mean, go read it. It's still ongoing. Still so much to go, but it hit me so hard. The art, the characters, the world. I just love every part of it. Every part of it's enjoyable. So that's why I'm in my top 10 already. And it's still got a long way to go.
All right, it's time. I also have Nozokan on my list, but I have that shit way higher.
Whoa, I used to have it way higher. It's taking a step back.
Way higher. We already spoke about everything about. I'm not gonna go into it, but let me tell you something. When I was so engaged. When my man was getting cheated on, I was like, oh my god, like yo, you understand? Like the reason why I can't read romance weekly is that it would bother me and eat away at me all fucking day. I need.
No, I feel that. I hate reading it
I
weekly.
can't do it. I need to be able to read it in one sitting.
that's me with mystery though. I can't.
It would drive me nuts. Right, this is one of the ones that I was reading weekly at one point. So every week I was like, "Oh, I'm going through the whole week. Like, what's gonna happen? What's good with these? Like, I just be stressed the fuck out. You understand? Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann has never exited. I don't think it's ever exited my top 10 since the day I watched it. So funny story, little story. When that episode happened, I'm not gonna say it in case somebody wants to watch it. I dropped it. I just stopped for like a year or two.
I feel when you got to that part. Oh my goodness!
I was not about that life. And then I came back one day, and I'm just like, this is like one of my favorite stories in terms of progression. Like you guys ever taken that these niggas started literally in the dirt, like not like literally in the ground. And by the end of the series, they're chucking galaxies like ninja stars. Like, that is so fucking raw. I don't care what anyone says to me. This should go, row, fight the power.
Yeah. Row, fight the power.
Spends raw, Kamina the GOAT. Simon, you got a little better. I know they call him Shimon. Okay, his name's Simon, okay?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't fucking with the name, but still.
I like the movie version for the battle at the end. The battle at the end of the movie version is so much better. I don't like that a lot more characters live though. But when they turn to like Cosmic Kamina and him and the Anti-Spiral clash and they like reset the universe to nothing and he's fucking he throw hands at the end. That shit was so raw. Go. It's never in my top 10 ever. Not once. All right.
I feel it. I respect it.
Believe in me. I'm the GOAT. Go ahead.
So, I mean, Alan touched on it, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, my favorite anime part. And it's just, I love the, like, I don't know, like, I love the cast, the mystery. Kira's a top 2 villain. I feel like this is the part where the stands really got creative. He got really creative with the stands. And yeah, and then my favorite Urasawa work, Monster. Johan, one of the best antagonists, anime or manga antagonists of all time, and Tenma, and their cat and mouse game they played throughout the whole thing, and the different mysteries that are unraveled throughout it is just stunning.
Yeah, Monster. I like Monster a lot. Monster is really good. I think it starts off entirely too hype. There was no way it could have maintained my interest to that degree. Like, it's still,
I agree with you. I'm not even mad at you for saying that.
It's really good, but like I think its beginning is so much better than anything that happens middle and the end. That's just me though.
But the middle gets very like episodic. Like if you've seen the anime version, it really feels almost like Scooby-Doo-ish. Like he literally going town to town, city to city, like solving people's problems and shit like that. So I completely understand where you're coming from.
I love when we talk about JoJo and I see the people who had to suffer through the Dwang era. I love it. Just what a beautiful Dwang. I got a feeling so complicated. Chew. I love it. All right, go ahead, Vince.
So we're at 9. Serial Experiment Lane. Contrary to what Nye says, I really like the themes of reality, identity, communication, and just like existential crisis, because I'm somebody who's always suffered with existential crisis. Like, why am I here? Why am I on this earth? And shit like that. I think that like all the time at like 2 a.m. when I'm by myself tweeting and nobody's up. So that shit really spoke to me. And then manga.
For me.
Berserk. I love Berserk. No, I had to open up my thing because I had to close it. Berserk.
Can I speak freely? After you go first.
Go ahead.
You go first.
Oh, okay.
I'll pee real quick. Okay.
Now, here's my thing about Berserk. I completely understand where people are coming from Berserk. You would go, why are you even reading this or watching this after the Golden Age? And I completely understand where y'all coming from. I will never knock anybody from saying that. Because my thing about Berserk is, one, that beginning was so good to me. It's one of the best couple first arcs ever that I can't rate it lower than this. And also the thing is, to me, I always think, this is me personally, I think Berserk will look better in the test of time if it ever finishes. If Berserk gets finished and you binge it after it finishes, you won't think it's nearly as boring as you do right now. But because we have to wait so long for these chapters that are just kind of slice of life-ish almost, you're like, it ain't worth it. And I completely understand that.
Yeah, I feel like if there was I feel like this arc is the weakest, but if it was weekly for another arc, like a strong arc, I would like it more though.
All right. So on the TL the other day, I asked y'all a question, right? Whether you're playing, watching, or reading something, what's the thing that's most important to you? Is it lore, characters, plot, writing? If it's something specific like a movie, do you care about cinematography, this, that, and the other? I think Berserk is fine in terms of all of its writing and art. All that stuff is really good. The character that I like the most has been brain dead for 2 decades.
Casca?
Yes. I'm not.
She's up now.
I feel
you.
No, she's like kind of back, but like not. It's not. But then again, now it doesn't even come out. So like, what do you want from me? Like, I just don't care. But
no, that's what I'm telling you. I can't fault anybody for not caring, because when this finishes, you can finally go, okay, I can read this, because it won't feel like that. Yeah, but if you've been reading Berserk for as long as some people on the TL have, there's no entire way I can give you to give a fuck about this series. Like it's been moving at a snail's pace for at least 5 years. At least.
It was funny when he dropped the chapter and he just went on hiatus again because he hasn't dropped a chapter since April.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like honestly, if I start finding more and more stuff, Berserk might drop. But right now, I'm just that first arc is just one of my favorite ever, and just it's so powerful.
My top 10. There was a time. But and also I want to say this. This is me personally. You don't have to agree with me. I don't think anything is better than the Golden Age. I don't. I think the story of how the rivalry between Guts and Griffith happened is way more engaging than anything else that happens later on. Now he's getting nice, got a little party, got a little gray in the hair. Like, fuck out of here, man. I hate this shit.
I know, I agree with that too. I actually like it more in the anime version because in my top anime too. But it definitely feels like it peaked really early. And that's kind of scary, especially if you're a manga reading your way of everything. You're just like, why do I care? How is this gonna top the Golden Age or come close?
I feel on that quietly. My tastes have changed as I evolve. At this point in my life, I care about characters the most. Like I told you guys, I've sat through JRPGs that I don't even really like the gameplay or some shit or something about it because I like the cast or I like the character or something. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that Berserk used to be top 1. I used to be fucking Berserk head. It's at 9 now, so it can drop or it can move back up if it ever finishes. You never know.
All right, so at number 8, I got I don't know. I'm about to butcher this. I'm sorry if you know German. I'm sorry. I don't.
Die Welger. Yeah, I don't know.
I speak French and I speak English. Be Garuda, Die Well Gelder. I don't know. Welgerla. I don't know.
You got it.
This is by that's by the same guy who did Blade of the Immortal, Hiraraki. I think he does violence, women, and sex really well, and he just leaned into those 3 things with this story. With with these 3 female protagonists, all have their different tragedies and backstories and why they're here. And basically, when you get to kind of to dive into the backstory of my favorite character, the one in the middle, one with the shotgun, it's so tragic. It's so fucked up, and like the fact that she's still out here and fighting is like I gotta put respect on her strength of character. I'm gonna completely spoil this out of context because I just think it's so funny. I'm sorry, I gotta do it. A guy fucks a mermaid. And that shit was crazy. It was crazy. I fucked the mermaid.
You just be like it's some crazy shit.
No, but it's like they turned her into a. It wasn't even an actual mermaid. Like it was just they made her one. Like it was so fucking funny. Psychopath. Okay. Oh man. Psychopath was in my top 5 anime since the day I saw it. Just the first episode. I'm joking. Maybe not that early, but like I only dropped it to 8 recently because I actually had rewatched all of it. I played all the games, the side stories, all that stuff. I read all the mangas, everything. I used to be the biggest defender of season 2. That shit stinks. I lied to myself.
Yeah, that shit fucking stinks, bro.
Not good. See, the movie completely saves the series because it completely ignores the second season. It just doesn't. It doesn't address it. The only thing about season 2 that I have to say is good. That's still good. That I remember is Akane's development through that is still very good to see, like how she's growing.
Yeah, facts. Caring about her character. She's a good character. I used to not like her. She's good.
Yeah. So this is the season where I started to like her. But this is one of those seasons where it's like, if you had 4 options selects, the person always chooses the dumbest possible option. Like it's so mind-numbing sometimes because I know Gen Udabuchi, I think, wrote the first season. I don't think he wrote the second one. It just shows.
Yeah, definitely. That sucks so much.
Oh yeah, I answered you earlier. Everything is in the description already. Everyone's list is in the description already. I already have it there. But I'll post it on Twitter as well. All right, Lizard, go ahead. Where'd he go? He's gone.
8?
Come back, bro. Stop dying.
I have myself muted, my bad. 8, right?
Yeah.
Kekai Sensen. I mean, it's just another great first of all, it's another really well animated series by Bones. Like they really flex on this. I love both seasons. The OST is amazing. One of my favorite OSTs of all time. Like I just recently started listening to it again on Spotify, and it just hits hard. I love all the characters. Like people say like Kekai Sensen is like people say it's kind of disjointed or weird, but it's like the story flows well. The first season is kind of good. First
I
season,
love how it's based in New York. That's fucking raw.
yeah, like and just like I love all the cast members. One thing I was surprised was the mangaka. Like it's based off a mangaka, and the mangaka who made it also wrote Trigun, which is
I love Trigun.
That's like one of the like main staple classics I have yet to visit in any capacity. I have no idea what it's about. I've not seen a single episode. I've not read a single panel.
I didn't put Trigun here because I don't remember any of it, but I remember loving it. That's all I know. Actually, I think we're gonna read that eventually.
Sometime I might have to go. I'll join for that one.
Okay, bet.
And yeah, I love all the characters in Kekai Sensen. First 2 seasons are they're amazing, and I highly recommend it.
Mhm.
And then Blade of the Immortal. Blade of the Immortal is just
Chicken's great.
it's just I don't know what to say. I just love the fight.
When he had the worms too in the snow, that shit was so raw, bro. It was crazy raw.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love the fights. I like the main girl. I think her name. I don't know. Her name's Rin, right?
I think so, but Maki is my favorite one.
Maki is great as well. He is one of my top 2 antagonists, like the guy from the school. Yeah, yeah. And then I love Manji as well. Just like I love their fights and like how they progress. And yeah,
the dude that with the mask and I can't remember his name. He was at the brothel and the girl got killed and shit. He was fucking with. I like him too. He's dope. That shit was raw when they came together. Blade of Immortal is a really good story though. It's like really well told. I got like no complaints about it. I think if I revisit it, I'll probably have it higher.
the anime is gonna be interesting to see though.
I might not even know that.
Yeah, anime got announced.
Number 8 for me.
Y'all see that Kingdom anime? I'm joking.
Go.
Wow. 8 for me for anime. Full Metal Alchemist. I forgot to specify Brotherhood. Sorry.
I was scared.
No, it's Brotherhood.
Please.
That's what I said. Proofreading is a bitch. Kids, please proofread. Don't be like me. I'm terrible. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood though. But most people should know that because nobody ever puts even though I do kind of like the first one, but Brotherhood's obviously better.
Brotherhood actually also has one of my favorite anime scenes. You know when the door closes and he breaks back out, and he's like, Alfonso. He's like, I'm coming back for you, and he's like,
yeah,
and he's like, he's
he's pointing with the point.
Yo, I love
that. That's gut wrenching. It's like, damn, that shit powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Full Metal Alchemist, I don't feel like I need to say much. Most people have that in their top 10. And for manga, Teppu.
Speak on it, because I didn't go into detail.
Listen, it's kind of like more than reason for me too, but I love the fact that this is a spin on his head. Like I said, I love deconstruction of things, and I love things turned on his head. The fact that they have a talent versus hard work story where you get the perspective of the talented person just completely threw me in. The main character girl is raw. She's beautiful. And I love just like how like crazy her emotions are. And it's an MMA fighting thing, but it's way more than the fighting. Like the fighting's good, but it's way more than that. And I might even overanalyze it, but the fact that she's so like in control of her emotions, she's dealing with her brother not liking her, and then dealing with these gender roles that women are not supposed to be as strong and as good as they are. The fact that she hates people that hard work because they just think like, oh, people that are talented don't work hard and they don't do things. No, people who are talented work hard because they're trying to survive. And when you're talented, you have a lot of expectations on you.
The other saying is was it the saying if talent fails to work hard, work with something I don't remember this fucking quote.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. But it's just that she's so raw, she's so beautiful, and like she's just go. I just love her. I love women main characters. Yeah. It's not that long of a read. It's completed. Everybody should read this.
Yeah, Zach, how come no one listed card captors? I mean, because it's no one's favorite. I mean, I spoke about Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles. I spoke about Clamp in general and how it's all connected though earlier in the stream. So I put respect on
I
it.
never watched it. That's it. Some things I just had. I've seen a lot of anime, but I haven't seen everything. I stopped watching anime like 2 years ago.
seen
Except
it.
when my girlfriend makes me watch them.
Secrets of the Cloud of all of mystery. All right. It's time to talk about Crows, the actual greatest delinquent manga. I don't know what I'm talking about. Out. I got out of here. Listen, I am a, I'm a guy who generally is not a fan of the main character of anything I'm reading, watching, or playing. I just never tend to gravitate to them.
I agree with that. Me too.
And if I do, usually it's more like I'm indifferent. I don't dislike them, but I don't love them. It's very rare for me to like a main character. Boya has to be probably my favorite manga of all time. This man is nothing but pure entertainment, rawness, hands, swag. And actually has genuine empathy. You like listen to you have some shit to talk about. Like if it's bullshit, he might hit you. He might headbutt you. He might steal your motorcycle.
That's raw. That's why we about to read it.
It's the greatest. Like, it's just a good story of these adolescents growing up as delinquents. They kind of having like to find themselves, and even by the end of graduation, having to learn, real life's coming and shit like that. I don't want to go into it. 'Cause I know you're about to do it. You do it in your group, so I don't want to talk about it too much. I already have a video on it. If you want to know, go watch the video. I'm gonna plug myself. I'm doing it. It's my channel. All right, anime. Oh shit, the Galco chant. I love it.
Never heard of this.
It's just a quick. I think episode maybe like 8 minutes long only. It's just about like this Gyaru. Gyaru's I think the term is. Galco. Her hair is actually purple in the manga, but it's all about kind of defying stereotypes and whatnot. Like based on someone's appearance, you think okay, she has yellow hair, the Gyaru style, little tan skin, big ass titties. She's probably a whore, and she's like the most innocent girl you've ever seen. That they're always talking about wild shit like periods and this and that and the other. It's just a quick 8 minutes of kind of slice of life comedy fun where they're kind of always defying convention. It's really good. It's not long. It wouldn't take you long to finish. Definitely go ahead and man. I love that shit. And they're cute.
Yeah, we love that. I love the Gyaru types.
I see the girl right here with the Yeeties out. I know you see it. You can't.
I'm a hero merchant. We here
for it right now with the clip. Lizard.
My bad. 7, right? March comes in like a lion. Okay. I love this anime. My favorite shaft anime of all time. Season 1. I mean, like I love Ray. The way they handle his like depression. Like I'm like the kind of guy like, just because you have like things like mature themes like depression and things like that. I don't automatically think your story is better, but this is the way you execute those said themes. And I feel like March comes in like a lion executes them fantastically. Season 1 was amazing, but then seasons 2 just stepped it up. Like, I wouldn't say, but the character development of one character in season 2 is just they just became top 2 character for me just automatically after that arc. Mm-hmm. And the way they use like the way they portray depression and all these kind of things it just hits hard for me.
I liked it, but I read it.
Yeah. I might read it though one time. And then great teacher Onizuka. Onizuka is one of my favorite characters of all time because he follows one of my favorite tropes of all time. It's just a guy who's a dumbass most of the time, but when shit's serious, he knows what to do. He gives up great advice. He's a great teacher. I mean, he's like, and like he just the advice he gives to the kids and like this.
We need to actually do a stream about this. I love GTO. Sorry, keep going.
But yeah, the way he's like one of my favorite examples of static character. The way his teachings affect all the students around him, not even students, just also the teachers, and like has one of my favorite arcs of all time. I'm just gonna say if you know arm wrestling, you know what it is. But just love that arc. But yeah, and just
spelled it quietly for the quote. There we go. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. There we go.
Yeah, neither one of us could remember that sad, but oh well.
I couldn't. I was talented and I didn't work that hard.
And yeah,
I was somewhere in the middle.
I mean, it didn't matter. All right, Vince.
All right, so number 7 anime. A lot of people probably doesn't know what it is, but they know one of the things in the trio of the series, Akagi. Akagi is about playing mahjong, and I swear to God, I watched this series 10 times, and I still didn't completely understand the rules. But the psychological and the tension of watching this series was so raw, I didn't even care. It made me go Google the rules of Mahjong because that's how raw this series was. And Akagi is such a good MC. Now, my only problem with Akagi is the ride is so enjoyable, the tension is so enjoyable. But man, like, how do I say this? Because this frustrates me so much. The last game in Akagi, literally the most absurd thing in manga history. I'm not joking. I'm not over exaggerating. The last game goes on for 200 chapters. I shit you not.
Hey man,
A game of Mahjong goes on for 200 chapters in the
I
manga.
am not reading that ever.
No, I don't. I don't recommend you reading it at all. I would never recommend anybody read it. But for me personally, the game of Mahjong, the quotes, the narration, the OST, everything was so enjoyable about this manga, even though it just kind of just ends. Like, just kind of drops you off at a cliffhanger. But it was just so enjoyable. I didn't care about any of that. Had to put it at number 7. And then, so for manga, Onani Master. We already talked about Onani Master.
Yo.
This is one of the manga. At the end of the manga, I legitimately cried when it ended.
Oh man,
I'm not even joking. I literally was crying tears because, like, I was like, how is this manga this good?
had
This,
no business being that good with that fucking title.
yeah, with that premise and that title.
Yeah.
Lizard handed that to me in your chat because I met Lizard through the Discord. Lizard gave that to me in my DMs. I looked at it. I looked at him and I was like, bro, what the fuck are you trying to get me to read? And then I read it and I had to thank him because I was crying at the end of that shit. So fucking powerful. Objectively, I think it's a 10. But it's so short, I put things that I had a little bit more like time with and more nostalgia factor higher. But it's good. 10 out of 10.
IG was really good. Manga and Death Note was waves. Death Note will always be one of the most important anime in my life because it was the gateway for me. It made me realize hands did not need to be thrown for me to enjoy something. It could all be
Facts.
It could all be intellectual, and that's why I got into mecha, sports, and all kinds of other slice of life stuff because that was important for me. But yeah, man. See, literally all of us had Oni Master on the list. Like, we're not kidding you. Like, go read the shit. It's fucking fire. Like, what are you guys doing?
Onani Master is like it really taught me that don't judge a book by the name.
Right, yeah, for sure. And it taught me that having long chapters does not mean great character development. You can do that shit in 40 chapters.
Yep.
You can make a compelling story in short. Length does not guarantee it's going to be a good story.
My boy Laz, shout out to the Lost Child BB Murder Cases, the very first light novel I ever read by yours truly, Nishio Ishii. You already know. I'm such a Nishio Ishii fanboy. It's disgusting. I disgust myself. All right. 6. I got Aku no Hana, Les Fleurs du Mal, Flowers of Evil. This is just one of the, you understand, I kind of like these dynamics where, like, it's like this weird erotic sexual tension between the girl and the guy, and the girl's the one in command. Like, it just does something to me. I
fucking love it so much. Hey, let me not start. Don't get
follow it, and it's one of another series where I just, like, because of how it started, when it kind of get to the halfway point and you get to the ending, I just didn't think it was going to end the way it did. And I think one of the things that a lot of people don't do when they play, watch, or read something is they don't really think about the lesson, the moral of the story, what the general takeaway is. I learned, like, this is one of the things I read. I'm like, damn, like, the message here is really good. Like, and like, don't be falabati. I know pussy is powerful, but be better than that.
Right. Yeah. It'd be better than that. He really taught me that when I read that. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, like,
it's not it, bro.
Yeah,
I still have to read that.
I read this all in one sitting. I actually own them too, so you know, if I own it, it's a big deal because I don't buy manga. Like,
yeah, he don't. He'll buy video games, but not manga.
Yeah,
and comics too.
I have comic books and like novels, and usually, like, see if I'm like selling it, like, it's one volume and that's all I have to buy, I'll buy it easily. All right, so let me talk about Fish. Wakokosake. I hate having to explain some of this shit because people seem like, all right, no, you're on drugs. Get out of here with this shit. I kid you not. This was the entire premise of this very short anime. Every episode's about 2 minutes. The main character walks in somewhere, she eats food, and she leaves. End episode.
That sounds raw to me.
She just eat, and it's the goal.
See, I love your sense of entertainment because the fact that it's crazy that you graduated with an English degree, you know all these things, and the key to your heart is just having these simple slice of life entertainment moments, and you're just like, wow,
Bro,
this shit go, this real life.
You'll dip her sushi in the soy sauce. Like, oh, it's really good. Oh, drink some beer, and she goes, and when she exhales, she goes, fish. I fucking love it. It's so good. It's 2 minutes each episode. It's the greatest. It's
I'm dead, bro.
I don't care what anyone tells me. I'm not capping.
He really is. He's special, man. Crazy.
All right, go ahead, Lizard.
Alright, so Cowboy Bebop. I mean, I don't feel like I need to explain it.
Forgot about Dora. I'm trash. Oh, sorry.
Hey, low key, I forgot about some stuff. That's what I said. By the time you finish it, it's gonna be different. By the end of the year, it's gonna be different again.
Yeah, but Cowboy Bebop, I just like, I feel like people don't like episodic storytelling, but I really love those kind of storytelling. And like each episode's a new thing until like, you know, the end where it builds up. Spike is one of my favorite. It's probably one of my favorite main characters.
NyQuil Bebop. I'm sleep. No, I'm joking. That's just a joke I say all the time on TL. Cowboy Bebop's fine. I had to throw that in there. NyQuil Bebop.
I don't know why people roast this series. It's totally fine.
No, yeah, it's fire. It's a classic. I love the last episode.
Cut you off.
And yeah, and then Dorohedoro. Where do I start? Q Hayashida, right? I just love her art style.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like her art style works well with the dark humor that's in the story. Like this story has dark humor.
Wait, is that the one where the guy fucking threw the guy in the furnace and with the cigarette and shit?
I'm not sure, but maybe because Kyoshida would probably do some fucked up thing like that.
It's the one with the lizard man, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely that one. He put somebody in a furnace because they asked to die.
You get an anime for
Threw him in a furnace.
Don't bring
He smoked a cigarette.
The anime is gonna make me depressed.
I'm scared. I know. I don't know.
And I just love the main story is also really great. Like it's like, you know, it's humor, but it's like there's a main plot line in throughout, and I love it. The cast is amazing. Like this is like I love characters, right? Characters are the most important part of a story for me.
Yeah.
And Dorohedoro's cast is amazing to me. I care about every character. All the characters are funny. They're like, you know, they're cool, or they're interesting to me, and I highly recommend it. I have the first 12 volumes. I'm gonna try collecting the rest.
I can't argue with that, man. I love this shit.
All right. For me, here we go. The greatest harem of all time. Heaven's Lost Property. The GOAT harem. 3 angeloids. Funny as hell. This is the greatest harem of all time. I'm not hearing anything different. Greatest harem of all time. Go watch it. There's not a better harem. I don't care what you throw out there. You could throw out Shuffle. You could throw out the most garbage anime all time, School Days. You could throw out Infinite Stratos. Nope.
Yo,
none of that better.
School Days hurt me when I first watched that shit. I was like,
no, worst anime of all time.
13, 14. I was a lot younger. And when she cut open that belly, I said, yo, what?
Yeah, worst anime of all time. 6 for me, for manga, Monster.
Go.
Psychological masterpiece. It can get boring at times unless you really care about things. I was just there for all the character development, all the characters, and just like, you know, because I like the little stuff that people don't kind of talk about. Because people always talk about Johan, and people always talked about Dr. Tenma, but it's the stuff that people don't talk about, like his fiance, the stuff she had to go through, the investigator, how he chased Tenma the entire time. He was so sure, and he was wrong. big wrong the entire time. He chases man the entire manga.
Yeah.
The development those people had to go through, and just like the way he helps people, I kind of like its episodic, nature at times, not all time, because it can be boring, but some of those did hit. So I love Monster. The ending is amazing and kind of tricky, and I've always loved stuff like that, especially in movies where the ending kind of throws you for a loop, and you're like, "Well, was it that? Was it this?"
The open ending
So,
to that create discussion. I
yeah,
give you that much. I like that.
because I always think that helps a series, because honestly, a lot of series benefit off of that, especially in the moment. Like QQ is going on right now. QQ is entirely carried. I'm not saying it's not a good series, but it's entirely carried by TL hype, theories, and discussion. When that series ends, you might look at it completely different. But right now, that's all helping the series.
Mm.
Monster is still being helped by that to this day because of that ending.
Vince and Hera, name a better duo.
Can't. Greatness. Heaven's Lost Properties, the GOAT.
Yu Hakusho better be on that list. Uh-oh.
You're not seeing Yu from none of us.
It's number 0
for me. Actually on my list? Me? That's crazy. No, the question was just whatever you thought was the most important thing. I mean, for me, it's just characters. That's for me. All right.
What did I put? Let me go look. I think I'm pretty sure.
Or Yak before, because Yak is ready. Is anyone ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
I'm joking. We saw top 5. All right. My 5 is Sundome. We talked about Ibitsu earlier. I talk about how I like the relationships where it's kind of a little sadistic, a little erotic, raunchy, where the woman is in control. She didn't even let my man Kang one time, but she had him wrapped around her little finger. But this is one of the ones where it's like, as much as I like Ibitsu, this one, the way that it had like a tragic ending, but somewhat optimistic in terms of the lesson the character learned from his relationship here in his teen years and how it affected him growing up. That ending, it just put a bow on it, and I'm like, that was such a satisfying read from start to finish. Greatness. Just put it down. I love it. His art style is so kind of weirdly off-putting, but it works. Still erotic, meet me hard. I'm fucking with it. It's all great. I love it. Sundome probably not leave my top 5 for a couple of years. It's been there for a while because that ending is so powerful. If you know me, the ending is so important to me. I love Defrag. Defrag is one of the dumbest things I ever watched.
I love it.
They be doing nothing but bullshit the whole.
We're playing games.
The whole episode, and I'm just dying of laughter, bro. When my girl's shirt couldn't contain her bust, and the fucking the button flew across, and niggas in Hawaii like, did you sense that? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Are you talking about? What is it good with y'all? Like, what?
I might end up rating this higher later, but I did love this anime. There was not one episode that wasn't funny.
My girl with the pigtails, Kabuki. Oh, she fucking puke.
Bro, she's my favorite character. She's my favorite character.
Easily. Then Aroka, the yellow hair girl that she after. Yeah. This shit is funny. They got the little elements. It's just a good, fun time. Like I can't say nothing about it. It's not leaving my
Kabuki. Double Kabuki.
Pigtails.
Bro, she was so goat for that. The teacher was so mad. It was so great.
My goodness.
Top 5, right?
Yeah.
5 daily lives.
Yep, we're in the top 5.
This is the big boy territory.
Hey, I'm not even mad. That shit was fine. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was fine.
Yeah.
Daily Lives of High School Boys is one of the funniest things I've ever watched. I mean, it's not the funniest because if you know me, you know it's gonna be up next. You know it's gonna be there.
Oh but, yeah, it's we know.
It's kind of like Nichijou, but it's just focused on guys, and it's just like it has the Gintama humor. There's references. There's this. I love they're doing the straight man where one like the main duo. The main trio, 2 of them fool around, and the main guy just like he's a straight man. He's just knocking him off. I love that kind of humor. It's just a great comedy manga. I mean anime. And the openings.
I love my favorite episodes when the guy with the glasses the girl has the crush on him, but she can never tell. He's just like, "What's wrong with you? What's good with you?" Like he's like when they were standing in complete silence and she couldn't confess to him. It was fucking crazy.
The literary girl,
Oh,
yo, she's like so funny. Yeah, literary
So
girl is
great.
just And then Vinland Saga. One of my favorite. Historical manga. So automatically has me captured. I love the coming of age aspect as he goes from a kid to an adult, and he has to face the problem he caused in the past. The farm arc is one of my favorite arcs of all time, and like the way he develops into what he is right now and what he started out is just stunning to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, we're in top 5.
I like it.
Anime.
Go ahead.
Top 5. Anime.
Yeah.
1997 Berserk. That's my birth year, and Berserk is one of the greatest anime of all time that people do not give the credit to the anime. Now, those other anime, the ones that came out, they don't exist to me. I am one of the angriest Berserk fans. Those other animes don't exist. CGI is garbage.
Berserk.
Everyone see that shit.
The Golden Age movie.
But the 1997 anime, the movie, I still prefer the 1997 anime because I think the 1990s and the dub. If you're a weeaboo and you because that's you weeaboos that don't care about, gotta watch everything in Japanese. Something wrong with y'all. That English dub is professional work. That shit is raw. It captures everything. The OST slaps. The moment slap. The pacing of it slaps. There's nothing bad about that. The only thing you can ask for a little bit more is a little bit more like fighting, but that's not what the story is about anyway. It's so powerful, so great.
All right, now
Like, I will fight you. And then manga, Tokyo Ghoul. Especially, I'm putting a lot of emphasis on Tokyo Ghoul, not Tokyo Ghoul Re. Tokyo Ghoul, the first one. I like Tokyo Ghoul Re, but the first Tokyo Ghoul was way stronger than me. To me, Tokyo Ghoul Re has higher, because everybody's probably heard or watched Tokyo Ghoul at this point. For me, Tokyo Ghoul Re had higher high points but lower low points, especially at the beginning.
Okay, that's
and with some of the other stuff that I don't want to spoil. But yeah, go read that too.
all right. Where's Yak? Actually, I don't even know Yak's here to chest though. You ready? It's time. Silver Soul, Odd Jobs, Yoda, Zua, Forever. You already know Zuda, Janai, Katsura, Da.
Let's go.
Gintama, the funniest manga I have ever read. Not even debatable for me. It is. I read this series because someone showed me the scene where they ran out of toilet paper and they were all on the thing and they had to use sandpaper to wipe their ass. That shit had me crying. Out of context. And I went back and I watched I think the original anime, like 200 episodes or something. And then I started reading it from the beginning. And it's just so wild how it could just be so funny and then it could be so raw with all its, like the way it balances all of its shifting tones from comedy, and then something happens that's really heartfelt. It pulls on your heartstrings. You're like, bro, why do I feel bad for this guy right now? Like, what's good with this guy? And then all of a sudden, you are actually enjoying the action, but you don't get tone whiplash. You hear what I'm saying? It's the way that he does it, Sorachi does it. It's seamless. I'm not on something like some series that's like, when it starts being goofy all of a sudden, I'm like, why is it doing this? Like, I'm getting like this tone whiplash that I don't like. But the way that Sorachi does it is seamless. His entire cast is good, and all of them get great moments throughout the entire manga from all of the I guess they'll say the three types of like stories you can tell: a funny one, a heartfelt one, and like the serious action one. They all get to shine in all those categories at some point during the manga, during the run. Like, I like the artwork. Katsura is one of my favorite characters ever. He is hilarious. He's the GOAT. That's my favorite, easily, bar none.
Okay, so question. So would you recommend that I read it then? Because I watched like the first 20 episodes of the anime.
It's one of those things, like the anime is really good. You should watch it. I just don't have the time. I only watch the episodes and the arcs that I like, because I can't sit through all of these episodes. I just don't have the time.
Would you recommend for me to do that though? Because what I wanted to do was read it and then go back and do some of that.
Yeah, maybe that. But I like the manga more.
Okay.
For this reason specifically, I forgot to mention this. Sometimes, because the jokes are so wordy, because I read so fast, it hits me quicker when I read it and I die laughing. But having to wait for the actual seiyus to deliver the whole joke, it takes too long sometimes. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, maybe so I'm saying it might do better for me if I read it. So I'm going to read it.
That's just
Either way,
I'm gonna read it.
you can't go wrong.
yeah.
So you could do one or the other or both. You can't go wrong with either. So now
All right, I'm gonna try to read it.
here again, gotta show my age a little bit. Talk about Bubblegum Crisis, the greatest. Shout out to Pris Asagiri, that's my girl. The GOAT, Night Sabers out. We out here protecting the city from boomers. These are just classic, great female cast. All of them, they raw, they fighting. The soundtrack, the OST is so fucking good. It's just 80s greatness. Like, what the fuck are they? Why was it so good? Like, who allowed watch this on a whim? And I'm just like, why the hell is it so good? Don't you dare watch the the newer version of Bubblegum Crisis. That shit suck. Watch the OG 80s version, and then you watch
The aesthetic is so powerful.
Yes, then you watch Bubblegum Crash because this shit is great. All right, it's absolutely like it's not leaving this top 5 ever. It's not going anywhere. It's staying here for life. Thank you. Have a nice day.
You reset it because you were losing. Goofy.
No, my guys wouldn't catch the.
Where is Lizard?
I muted again. My bad.
Hey.
Yeah, that man had that great teacher twice. I feel you.
Great teacher. I mean, I feel like it's like it's kind of weird because I like the manga more, but like in terms of anime, it's just one of my favorite anime of all time.
I respect it.
I respect it. Can't go
And-
wrong with that.
You know, there's not really much I have to touch about. I mean, I just love it. If I remember correctly, dub is really good is great for this as well, but I'm not really sure. I might have to watch it dubbed one time. And then Koei no Katachi.
Say that, what's the English name? A Silent Voice?
Yeah, silent voice.
I watched the movie. I haven't seen it. I haven't read it yet.
The movie it's like one of my favorite, but doesn't do the manga justice.
I believe you. I know. I actually believe you. I've been needing to read it. I believe you. I just haven't got around to it.
It's only 60 chapters, which isn't that short, which isn't that long, right?
Oh, I know.
Not the one with the
I haven't
deaf girl?
Yeah, the deaf girl.
Yes.
Like-
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. My
So,
girlfriend
like-
cried during that.
So like it's first of all just
Yes.
the redemption. I love redemption stories, and like we spend the first volume seeing how much of a piece of shit the main character is, right? As a kid,
Dick. Kids are mean.
Yeah, kids are assholes for sure.
but then he starts getting bullied. But then he grows up and he just tries to make it up to his the girl, like the girl. He tries to make up to the main girl, and the way their like relationship grows is like and all the side characters and they're like the like issues that the side characters deal with. We get to see their psyche as well. Even characters we don't like there's 2 girls that are really bad piece of shit. Even you get to see that. It just hit hard.
I like super duper enjoyed the movie, but even when I'm watching the movie, like no one had to tell me. I could tell they had to like either alter some things or just cut some things out and totally because you couldn't told all of that in one movie.
Yeah, like the blonde girl, I think. Yeah, we get to see more of her psyche, which I mean, it improves her as a character. I don't know if it improves her as a person though, but
Next time I get the urge to read manga, I'll do all these short stories. But I'm not doing anything until I finish Kinniku, man. I'm so far in right now.
Simi has a sniper to your head.
400 though. I'm in the 400s now. Put respect on my name.
And yeah, also
Okay,
it's like
for me.
Yeah, go.
Oh, go ahead, finish. No, finish your thing, bro.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's. I don't know if I said this, but it's like the first manga I've ever fully owned.
Okay.
Oh,
That's important. That means a lot
Yeah.
to a person. That's why Ranma's deep in my heart, even though it just go anyways.
all right. So 4 for me, Hunter x Hunter, 2011. The animation is fantastic. It's great. My favorite arc personally is the York New. I know everybody, Kamira Ant, greatest arc of all time. For me, I like the York New arc more.
I'm actually done. My favorite arc is the election arc. Then it's that one.
Mine's Greed Island. That's just.
Oh, that's crazy. Y'all different. So.
Now, Parson is the GOAT. I'm starting to control everybody and just quit. He's so fucking funny. I didn't know one enjoy that shit. It was so GOAT. All right, go ahead. But yeah, the Hunter
And
2011, even the old one, they're great.
I like both, but it's 2011.
Yeah, 2011. I think it's one of the greatest long running animes that stayed super consistent with quality.
Right. Now, I will say this: in the 1997 version or 1999 version, one thing I did appreciate is a little bit things that it's super minor, but at the beginning, there's some stuff that happened with Killua that dives more into his character that I like a lot more in the 1999 version with the dark aesthetic and some of the dark parts. But that's just me personally. Everybody won't appreciate that stuff with the coloring and stuff like that.
I feel it.
And for manga, Claymore. I love female MCs. Claire is raw.
Phantom Mirror.
Marisa is raw. Phantom Mirror raw.
Yep, that's my
Favorite one.
Still need to read that.
And they just raw. Like you said, the Northern arc,
Oh my god.
crazy. One of my favorite arcs ever. And then at the end, where the lion guy is like, well done. I'm just like, bro, that's just so raw. Bodies flying. It was just, it was great. We already talked about Claymore.
Bro, like,
So,
oh man, yeah, that is it for sure. The color.
yeah. People don't like the ending, but I think the ending is fine. It doesn't take away from the experience.
It didn't. It
That's what it's for.
wasn't the greatest thing. I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah.
Oh, is it time for me? Is it my era?
Yeah, we in the top three. We in the top three.
Ready, set,
Yep.
go. Madoka Box Nisio Ishin again. Yes, he's back.
Why haven't I finished that? I have like so many screen caps from Madoka Box, and I haven't finished it.
Madoka Box is the smartest thing I've read in Shonen Jump. Easily. The smartest thing I've read. This is a series that a lot of people don't like, and I hate to say this. Actually, no, I don't. Fuck y'all. That goes over people's head because they just don't get it. They just don't get it. They don't get what it's actually doing, how it's mocking Shonen Jump genre, how it's parody, all kinds of different things. But that is
With the long dialogue. It's so funny. I still laugh to this day.
that aside, you got a great cast with the unique powers and abilities that they apply in genius ways. Because Ishin has this fetish with geniuses. He does. He likes geniuses for some reason. Nazu aka Kujira Kurakami, is my favorite manga character and has always been since the day I read this series. Has not changed. She's top one, the first ever. And you know how much I like characters. So the fact that my favorite manga
Oh damn! I didn't know that.
in this series has never changed since the day I've read it is a big deal. She was always been the great. That's the best Kurakami. Madoka Ra, but older sister better. Shout out to Nasan. My man with all fiction, Misogi Kumokawa. All fiction. You already know he is a man. I don't need to go into detail. Listen, fights raw, humor raw, characters raw, artwork raw, etchy raw, all of it. Everything you need, you got it. When it actually starts to literally break the fourth wall and say I'm changing this shitty battle show to a romance and shit, like bro, it's so funny. Like this is really the greatest. All right, Dirty Pair, ooh, baby, my lovely angels, 3WA. Shout out to the goats, Kay and Yuri,
Aesthetic goat.
greatest duo. Raw opening. They're so funny. Like they're actually such a great duo because obviously Kay is a kind of rough, more rambunctious tomboy one of yours. I'm pretty and prissy, yada yada yada. The way they bicker, but are always like a friendship. Their friendship together is always really great. And I'm just an old guy. Like my 80s anime, it's fun, it's great. Sometimes it's etchy, so I'm there for it. And the way that like the whole company tries to act like they're so like they you guys are a dirty pair, but they're like, no, we're the lovely angels. Like that joke will never not hit. OVA raw, movie raw, and regular anime raw, all of it. Watch. If you haven't seen Dirty Pair, you better watch it before I slap the goofy out you. Next.
Alright, so my number 3, FLCO, only 6 episodes. I just like this is kind of like Kika Sensen where people say it just like not is randomness, but I like I don't want to say people like it's like a
Go ahead and say it, bro. Speak your mind. Tell them they missing the point. They don't get it.
It's another coming of age story about Nato. It's just like the way, like, you know, there's so many sexual innuendos. Like when he gets a bump on his forehead.
It's a dick. It's a fucking dick.
Yeah. And then like the way he just grows throughout these 6 episodes. It's wacky. It's fun. The animation's just like, it's just amazing to me.
Once at all or no?
What?
watch like Fully Coolly Progressive and whatever, like the other ones?
No, I haven't. I mean, I'm just washed on anime in general, but I don't know if I want to watch them because I don't know if they ruin the magic of the first season.
Bothered. But yeah, all right, you got it.
And just highly recommend Domi 6 episodes. Each is a normal anime length, anime episode length, like 24 minutes. But just really watch it. And then Good Night Pun Pun. Just like the way they handle him growing up, his depression, and it's just hit hard. Like the way him using, I feel like he's a genius for using a bird. Because the contrast of a bird with all these other humans just hits harder. And when he I don't want to spoil, but like when he changes forms, you can tell how his psyche is. Like he wears his psyche on his body, on his bird body.
I love Oyasumi Pun Pun. It's really good. It didn't resonate with me the same way for everyone else. I think it's my third favorite series from Asano. I would go Girl on the Shore, Solo Lin, Goodnight Pum Pum, but I have nothing but respect for this series. It was one hell of a ride.
Yeah, Pun Pun is just like it's just like it's like when I really like a series, I feel like it's hard for me to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I finally got done with it, I'm just glad because there's a part, one of the hardest things was at the ending. Because I don't want to spoil it, but just read it. Like the last chapter, I don't know if it's last chapter or second last chapter, but when you meet, when he reunites with another one person, it just hit hard for me. And yeah,
I feel it. Mr. Harem Detective.
Number 3, Death Note.
I respect it big time.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on, what? He's gone. I'll say this. L. Lolliot is my favorite fictional detective, literary detective. I have a lot that I like. From like David Spade, I could probably go Miss Marple.
Okay, I'm back. My bad.
But I can't think of a single fictional detective I like more than hell.
Yeah, bro. Literally, I watched the series again. This is like my 50th time. Okay, so first things first. Death Note completely changed me as a person. So that's first thing. That's why it's this high. Also, I hate every single one of you people who say it has no rewatch value. If you say that, you're stupid as fuck to me.
Ooh.
And you didn't pay attention to anything that happened.
Speak on it.
Because if you literally just say something doesn't have rewatch value, what does that mean? Do you mean because you know all the plot and twists and turns that come in, it has no replay value? I don't think y'all know what y'all talking about. Y'all say something that doesn't have no rewatch value. The subtlety in the themes of this story, even the ones that are straight in your face, there's subtlety, there's references to the Bible. There are still theories and stuff like that possibly could exist because it ends the way it does. There's so much thing, the live action movie, the LBB cases and the novel and stuff like that. People don't fuck with Death Note. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. But anyway, Death Note, powerful, psychological. It's a gateway anime, but I do say this. It's honestly a gateway anime I don't like to put people on. Because if you put somebody on Death Note, they expect all anime to be that good and to do things like that, and they don't.
That's kind of
so honestly
for me. I actually had not ever heard it had no rewatch value. That's new to me. Never heard that before. That's kind of wild.
On the TL,
yeah.
A lot of them have changed their opinion and said Death Note is mid and it has no rewatch value, and it pisses me off so much. I want to fight every single one of them.
You see, I don't agree that the ending was bad. Look contrived.
I don't agree with that either. People don't like it because I do agree that normally that Light wouldn't have done the things that he did, but at the same time, people got to realize this is what happens when you get corrupted by power. You start making mistakes because he's not in character. He's not that smart young gun that he was. He's overconfident. The biggest threat to him is out of removed.
I gotta push back on you on what you said and thing you said in the chat, Lubia. This was one of the few anime I can show anybody and they loved it. Didn't matter if they were.
No, I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm saying I don't like to show people because they expect everything to be like this.
But people who
it's not
telling me there are a lot of people that I started who started watching anime, and I started them with Death Note, and this was the first thing they ever watched, and they were fine. They weren't expecting everything to be that good or whatever. I started a lot of people with Death Note.
Well, that's good. Yeah, better experience than
My
me.
entire
Because
household watched it with me. Showed it to one of my exes. Showed it to a lot of my friends. All of them, even like to this day, even some of them they don't watch nearly as much anime they used to or whatever. But the one thing they will always come back to is like, yo, Death Note was something special.
right. But the reason I do that, because like I said, because the thing is, I guess a lot of people that I put Death Note on were people were that like, oh, anime's for kids, anime's childish. Watch Death Note. Shit's not for kids. Watch that shit. They shook. They don't know what to do. They stuck scratching their head the entire time. They're like, why is this shit so raw? And then they expect everything to be like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we'll move on to Manga Gameron. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Gameron's this high for two reasons. One, I'm a sword merchant. I love swords. If you know how to fight with a sword, you raw. And these got some of the greatest swordsmen ever. All these guys are raw. Now the ending, I understand the criticism about the ending, but I don't think it's that bad.
Stan, you better be honest with yourself. That shit was for me.
No, the reason I say that though is because there's a sequel.
Oh,
honestly, I think that's why. I think that's why I give it the benefit of the doubt because there's a sequel.
That's a loop. That's a cop I use for so many things. Like technically, it's a sequel. The sequel, so it didn't really end there. So,
yeah, I guess that's probably me. It's probably my confirmation bias, and I don't want to admit that. But oh well. And also, Gamma is one of my favorite MCs ever. And this is a little bit of a spoiler because it literally happens within the first 20 chapters, so it's not that much spoiler. The way that the man handles a 1-on-4 fight is literally like it's genius, but at the same time, it's something MCs should be doing the entire time. So many MCs have to fight people 1-on-1, get tired, and have to overcome through like some kind of plot device or just like somebody interfere. Gamma literally fights 4 people just by himself. And he literally does the smartest thing you could ever do. He sees the strongest guy, he cuts through people, and he goes for the strongest guy first and tries to end him in one strike. That's literally the smartest thing you could do when you're fighting a 1-on-4. You take out the leader, and everybody else will crumble. And he tries to do that immediately. The decisions he makes during fights is great because he's not a super genius. He's just a really smart fighter. And I appreciate that because I don't feel like we get that a lot of manga. You don't get smart people like that.
I feel it. All right, number 2 for me. For manga, we got Wandering Eminon, Eminon's Wanderings, Sudasai Eminon. Story about this girl whose mental age is like 3 billion years old. Before there was life on Earth, she was a concept, then she was a star. You know, went through evolution.
Oh Jesus!
It's so good. It's so aesthetically pleasing. She's a good character. You can tell. My biggest issue with a lot of characters that are like super immortal, who live like a very long life, is I imagine that there comes a time where you're just above certain things, life, death, whatever.
Yeah.
If I'm 3 billion years old, man, I don't give a like. I would probably see somebody get murdered in front of me and not bat an eye. I've probably seen death too.
Yeah. Why would you?
And I feel like she's always looking for something stimulating, right? And her rebirth cycle, I'm not going to talk about it because I think it's interesting in its own right. You got to experience that for yourself. I think it's really cool, really interesting, and to see her through all her different times of life when she's kind of reborn is a very good treat, very aesthetically pleasing. I like just seeing panels of her smoking. I love it. She just chilling, smoking. It looks great to me. Great background work, great coloring. The way they color, all of that's really good. Wandering Emma was. And now that it's out of English, I have the first volume. Shit is so go. I can finally have it on my shelf. You understand how great this is for me. I need it. It's not moving from this spot. JoJo no Kimi no Boken. I just have JoJo here. I'm not going to specify any part. All 8 parts are fucking fire. So this is the great JoJo. Like I see the thing. I don't think JoJo's for everyone. I really don't. I think it's an acquired taste to some degree, but if you don't like JoJo, I think A, you have no soul, and 2, you hate fun. That's just me. So I don't need to explain it. JoJo, you know what it is. You get the pose, you got your stands, you got great onomatopoeia, Stan cries, music references. Like I can keep going. They had the fashion be hit.
I've never seen anybody give a legit reason why they don't like JoJo except they think it's gay. That's the sad that.
From the outside looking
literally
it is. But the joke is like a lot of the fashion you're seeing is based like actual things from like Italy and this and that other stuff, certain runways and all that stuff. Even some of them are album covers, like, oh, this is gay. I'm like, but you like Prince, like, and this is a Prince reference. Like it just, they're just dumb. They're just finding a reason to hate on it.
The album
Yeah.
references is one of my favorite parts of the series because I love music.
Yeah. So JoJo Go. My favorite part is part 6.
Part 6. Thank you. Part 6. Go. Jolene, go.
Absolute favorite. I love her. She's the greatest.
Oh god, love Jolene.
Yeah, and JoJo Leon could end up being my favorite by the end of it because I love part 8 through and through. Well, I'm not gonna get to it. We're gonna get to the.
I still gotta read part 7. I'm not even going front with you.
Wait, by the way, Naya, One Piece dropped.
I knew it was gonna happen. It's okay. We're almost done.
My turn?
Yeah.
Alright, so Talk to Me Galaxy. Just what can I say about this anime? I love the aesthetic of it. Just like the like art style that they use in the whole anime, the animation is just great. It's the epitome of an episodic or like it's kind of like because it's kind of like Endless Eight where they have to do the same thing over and over again, but it's just kind of like he meets the same people over and over again, and his goal is to live his like a perfect life, perfect campus life.
Yep. And
like I love the like one of my favorite parts is just the like message you get out of this, which is you won't be able to live. It's impossible to live a perfect life, right? Perfect life, and you have to just deal with what you're given. And like the way he learns this, the romance in this, because like there's a romance, but it's not always there, but it's just kind of hidden, and it's just really great. The aesthetics is amazing. It's only 11 episodes, and like I need to rewatch this because I know it's top 2, but I just need to get a better feel for this.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like if you're not watching it often, you're gonna forget a lot of details.
But yeah, because I revisited a little bit, and then just like I just stunned by like how much I love it. Like the main character, just like I mean, it's kind of great because like they literally just meet the same people, but the situation changes like each episode enough so that you're so interested in each episode. So yeah, I highly recommend it. 11 episodes, top 2 anime of all time. And now, Onani Master Kurosawa.
We're back. Here we
We
go.
fucking love this fucking manga, bro.
What can I say? First of all, coming of age story. So you already know I'm gonna love it because it's my favorite genre, and like just to me this is just like it's highly biased, but to me Kurosawa has one of the best development I've seen in a character. Like the way from what he goes to what he ends as in only 30 chapters is stunning. It's just like I read this in one night. It was just amazing. It's just like I feel like it's highly realistic because I'm gonna spoil a little bit. I mean, he masturbates to all the girls, right? But but like one of the girls he masturbates to, he just starts falling in love with, and now he just can't see in her sexual light, which I think is really realistic, right? It's a realistic take on that kind of thing. Like if you love somebody, it might be hard for you to see them in a sexual light. And like the ending, how it ends, like who he gets with, it's so great. Highly, like I'm at this point, there's no English version. I might just end up buying the Japanese version and learn Japanese.
I feel it. We got your bit, so go ahead, man. I'm like itching to read One Piece.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Listen, I'll blow through this real quick. Code Geass, love it. First season, gold. Second season was kind of a chaotic mess to the ending. The reason Code Geass is so high for me is the ending is the best ending for any fiction I've
up there.
read or watched ever.
It's up there for sure.
For me. The ending completely saved the whole second season. And this is literally the part where I was like, an ending can make or break an anime or any fiction or anything, period. Because the ending catapulted this to levels that like I couldn't believe. Like, because like I've always liked it, but it might be like 20 if the ending didn't happen the way it happened. And that's why I hate the thought of having a season 3, but we can get past that. So, but Code Geass is pretty popular. Everybody should go watch it if you haven't. 2, Hige Asura, best meathead series of all time, in my opinion. because you didn't care about the plot. I don't like shows, movies, or anything that lies to me. Don't try to act like you have a deep, compelling story if you don't. Like Keegan Oscar has a story, but we know what we're there for. We're there for the hands. Sorry, now you had to read this on the TL because we all just went crazy because it was posted daily chapters. So you saw Keegan threads like 50 times a day.
Yep.
But Keegan was wrong. And Oma is a great character. My favorite character, Kuriki Gensai, one of the best martial artists in any form of anything ever. And it gives you just enough where you can't predict everything that's going to happen. And the fights, the choreography raw, and the art gets exponentially better. Keegan raw. Go read that. If you like Meathead fighting, go read that.
All right. Now for my number one. Now you may not know. You might not be aware. It might be a shock to you all what my number one is. I don't think anyone's going to be able to guess this.
Food Wars?
But I don't know if you ever heard of this manga. It's called One Piece. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Okay. It's really underrated. It's low key jam. No one really reads it. I just wish more people would read it. But it's about this kid. His name. Okay, I can't even do this seriously. I'm gonna start laughing. You already know it's One Piece. Like it's I'm not explaining this again. Fairy tale. Don't disrespect me. You know Eden Zero better. I'm joking. So yeah, Monogatari is my favorite anime. We don't need to go into that again for the 800 billion time. Nisio Ishin is the greatest writer ever. Don't debate me. No one's name somebody. Ryan Sanderson? No, wrong. You gonna name? You're wrong. You're not gonna win. He's better. Ishiyama? Nope. He's still better.
I know Gorilla that's better, but
wrong. Oh, wrong. Tadashi wrong. So yeah, here you go. Here's my list, guys. You have everything here. Top 30. Honorable mention. Yeah, I know my taste is the greatest, obviously, and the ones that taste better than mine is what it is. Shakespeare, definitely not Shakespeare. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna do a manga first because I have to. Because Kingdom, historical manga, I love it. Coalition, just great. Just seeing like how they progress and it says one of my favorite uses of war tactics I've seen in the manga. It's just amazing. It just improves every time. Like art improves, storytelling improves, characters are great. Kanki, amazing.
The first arc's the best art.
Wrong.
I'm wrong. Uh-oh.
It's just amazing. I know people like to say historical. You can just read Chinese textbooks, but they won't have somebody as raw as Kanki in there.
Kingdom was really good. It just doesn't hit like on a personal level the way it does for you guys. But I really like it. If Yo Tanwa did more, I probably would like it a lot more. She's my favorite, but she don't do it.
Yeah, I feel that she raw shit. She my second favorite. Kanki's my first because that nigga's
raw. Actually, Kanki's my second favorite. Actually, no, I think that Kanki, then maybe Karen, the big girl. Oh man, she gets
the evil lady. Yeah.
Someone had Vagabond. People had Vagabond on their list. Vagabond was lower though. You guys have to go through the list again because we just see all of it. Didn't you had Vagabond on your?
Yeah, I have Vagabond on 20 or something.
Was I the only one who didn't?
Yeah, you're not the only. You're the one that.
Or Alan, maybe Alan. I remember Alan had Vagabond, but yeah.
So Kingdom just great, and yeah, I highly recommend it. Even though it's like 600 chapters. 600
I gotta say this one thing about Kingdom. What is the girl's name again? Ton.
Kyokai.
I'm not seeing it. She's not that great to me. She just.
Yotanwa better, but
Oh, I see. All right, we good. All right. Speak of Silver Soul. The great.
What can I say about Gintama? First of all, I watched it. I feel like Gintama. People say it's a reference. It's like a comedy. It's like it lives off references, which is untrue for me because I feel like it uses the straight man act the most, where like Kagura and Gintoki be fucking around. And
they have every type of comedy, don't they? They have like literally everything.
Yeah, everything. But like straight man is your bread and butter. I watched this, but references are so important. I watched this like in 2012 or 2013 when I was first getting into anime, and like that wasn't that great of an idea, but like. As I watched more anime and read more manga, it became better. Like I got way more references. I love the cast. It's my favorite cast in any any medium. Gintoki is my favorite character in any medium. Shogun Assassination, my favorite arc in any medium.
I respect it.
It's just like what. Also, like Gintoki plays the same thing as Onizuka, where he's just like a bum for most of the time, but he can become a badass. It's just great, amazing comedy, amazing emotional moments, just amazing. What else can I say? I mean, my goat forever, probably.
I fuck with the vision.
All right. Anime for me, 1 Ounce, the greatest sports series of all time, because it literally
Speak on it.
For me personally, it has everything I feel about sports. I hate the new culture of sports where people are just like stat nerds, stat watchers, all stuff like that. What is the most important thing in sport? Yeah. What's the most important thing in sports? Winning. Just because you work hard doesn't mean a fucking shit when you're professional. Win the goddamn games. Win it however you need to win it. You need to psychologically break your opponent, then that's what you need to do. If you need to like take somebody out, but the way I like it is because Tokuchi is overpowered, but not overpowered at the same time. Because the way he inspires his troops is not like any other sports anime. Like they all have unity, because all sports anime have unity. But the way he does it is completely different. He will use any tactic to get those guys on the same page. He will call them out. He will tell them the other team thinks they suck. They cheating to beat you. They think y'all garbage. And then the ending, my goodness. Because I'll combine it partially the manga with it. So greatness. And then my favorite manga, I'm a romance head.
Same.
Good ending is the greatest
Let them know.
manga of all time. Good ending, literally. Part of the reason I probably think this though is because I read this manga when I was 16, and this shit hit me on such a personal level. Everything he went through in that manga, except for the peeping at the very beginning where he was peeping on them, but the rest of it, I completely related to. And there's the fact that this is one of the few romance mangas that actually touch on adult topics in adult language. Like they're not just being so cookie cutter. Like the premise is not super original, but the way that it's executed is perfect. It's flawless. There's to me, there's nothing better executed than this manga.
I think it does all the romance things at an extremely high clip. Like, so I can't get mad at you for that. It's so good. It's very few of them draw me into that degree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got me hooked. But yeah, man. Holy fuck. All right.
Well, you can go read One Piece now. We finished 15 minutes over one.
I was thinking about reacting to it right now, but I'd rather just have it be its own video. So I'll just review it. I'll read. I'm not gonna lie to you. I already read it. So I've already read it.
While sitting here.
I've already read it 3 times, so I can't lie react to it anyways. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know exactly what happened. I'll review it tomorrow. We'll do that. But honestly, you guys hung in there. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't. It's always been 4 hours. You guys hung in there. Thank you y'all for coming through, man. It was actually a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to doing this one for a long time. Thank you for coming, Lizard, Vince, Alan. You sleep. It is what it is. Yeah, honestly, you understand. The moment he said the chapter was out, as I was saying blah blah blah, I was already reading it. While y'all was
I knew. I was like, he's not gonna be talking for like 20 minutes. He got time to read that chapter.
While y'all was talking about blah blah blah, Gamarad, I'm like, nigga, Luffy is out here in Udon putting in work. Like,
wait, a JoJolian chapter also dropped.
Oh, see, even better. All right. Yeah, I'm up now. So if Bra goes up, I'll hop in discussion quietly. Tell him to let me in. All right, yo. But thank you for coming for real. I'm out of here. It's late. Here. Oh, before I forget, everyone, let's suck some mine here.